Hello and welcome to Zaxria. We're back for another night at the Not So Round Table to finish out this combat that we had started. Thanks for watching if you are. Make sure you are following. That way you get put in the giveaway. Once we hit 100 followers, you get a copy to Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Also, if you're subscribing, you get put in a giveaway for a custom mini from Hero Forge. We're short a couple of people today, but we'll be able to power through this. We've got a little bit left. Make sure you also check out our YouTube. It's got a bunch of podcasts on there, along with all of the VODs up to episode 75, which was the one 2 episodes ago. This is 76 part 2. Make sure you check all that stuff out. Appreciate it. And we're going to dive right into this. So, last we had left off, you guys made your way finally to Nightshade's island. The Island of Snakes, whatever name or variation of you would like to call it. But in order to rescue Sandon, Anders' brother, you were successful in doing so. You had broke into the roof of this kind of ramshackle estate, if you would. It's some sort of a pirate holdout that is on an island within the Sea of Souls. The Sea of Souls itself being a very treacherous and strange, dark place filled with all sorts of creatures. This island seems to be inhabited by some sort of indigenous creature that is extremely powerful and malicious. Moldrak caught a slight glimpse of one of them, and they did not look like anything to be messed with, and there were several of them just causing nothing but blood spatters in the paths that they were taking. You got a small glimpse of, during this combat, that there was some sort of commotion occurring inside of the actual estate, but into the room just beyond the sand pit that you're in. So they're in that kind of general hall type area. Busting in there, there was a couple of pirates that were wheeling a cannon into here. You don't know if they were bringing it in to just kind of protect themselves maybe from something that came in and they just so happened to use it. But nonetheless, the combat kind of ensued. Azrael was pretty brutally shot up, but Chelonia was able to heal him up quite a bit to be able to at least keep him in the fight well enough. You guys are a little bit spread out at the moment. There are not too many pirates left. Nightshade still seems to be giving up quite a fight and enjoying himself in doing so, throwing a lot of random shouts and chants out, taunting Ander for the most part. But last we left off with the combat, Connor had ended his turn, but after he had ended his turn, Nightshade from the ceiling shot down this kind of explosive gunpowder barrel that you could see, and there were a bunch of them that you saw on the ceiling that are just kind of held up by chains up there that have some sort of very, very large lock on them that could be easily like shot to drop the chains themselves, and this one fell down. Looking at that as well, it looks very dangerous up on the top part of this ceiling here. The ceiling probably sits about here. So it doesn't seem like if anything started exploding up here that it would immediately like be an explosive danger to anyone, but the roof itself seems like it could definitely come in that way. However, we are at the top of round 5, starting with Azrael.
Oh, cool.
So we're just going to jump right into that.
Can he even see Nightshade?
He cannot see Nightshade right now. He knows where he is because of the brand, but he cannot see him.
You can't like shoot through floors and shit? That'd be cool.
I mean, he can try, but want it.
We can see those people now, right?
Which people?
Oh, the people that were in the smoke cloud.
Yeah, that smoke cloud has dispersed.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna start by running all the way into this corner.
Okay.
Nice.
It's in the corner.
Nice. The guy on Zarvax.
Okay.
Shoot him.
Go for it.
He get like advantage or something? What is it?
No, since he moved, he doesn't. If he stays still, he gets advantage.
Okay, he probably would have died if he stayed where he was though, so. Yeah. 28.
28 hits.
Pull his kneecaps off.
What does he do for damage?
It's on his paper.
Where? He's using isn't he using the crossbow?
Or the crossbow?
The crossbow is not on here.
Crossbow.
It says revolver, HP rifle, Big Bertha.
He's not using Big Bertha.
He doesn't have any ammo for
It's
big.
I'm pretty sure
Probably
it's the
revolver, probably.
Otherwise, I'd be like,
Yeah.
fire that at Nightshade.
Oh, that's unfortunate. 12 damage.
And then he also has his blood rate damage. I can't remember which one it is. Ask him how much he does additional with the blood rate damage, and then just add it to later.
Yeah. Does he shoot again? I gotta reload though. No, I don't. He's got a repeating crossbow, right?
Yeah.
Blood rate?
With the blood rate damage, even if you roll the 1, it would kill that guy, so that'll be at least that. But ask him for it so you have it for the next shot.
I said blood rate damage with a question mark. I'm just gonna hope he knows what I mean.
He will. Okay, but this guy dies. Ezrael, bleeding very heavily from a bunch of wounds. He's got holes all throughout his body and his clothing. As he starts to make his way over, you can see he's got like a slight... He's almost like leaning into his right side from the pain. But as he gets over there, he just kind of like rolls over this crate, looks over to the guy that's standing directly in front of Zarbrax, and as Zarbrax goes to lift the axe up, there's this blood splatters kind of back behind through the rib cage and chest. This guy falling down to the ground lifeless. And he has another shot.
I'll shoot the guy across the room.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, and a D8 of psychic damage. Okay. He crit.
You crit?
Yeah, 19.
Oh, shit.
Does he always crit on 19s?
I believe so.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, because he's got a threshold written down on his paper.
Brutal.
Did you get 2 ones?
No, it's a 4, so not terrible. It's terrible, but could have been worse. 21 damage.
You're using small people dice for it.
Big
for a
person.
normal
Fuck.
Okay, another shot rings out. Him kind of setting his elbow up on the crate itself.
These are, I think these are Bikini dice, and I've seen him roll.
Shop got his dice here.
There you go.
I'm stealing.
Your guys right out
Hey, you might want to grab from that purple bag.
That was the first place I looked. I was like,
There's some
I need
yellow
it.
dice in there.
Brian's. Yeah.
I could just
Weighted
use,
ones.
I'll use a little.
Those are real good.
And then
Wild.
she'll cry in the corner.
Okay. Probably not, but okay.
Seems like the type.
After that,
Seems like the
it'd
type.
be Nightshade.
Oh, crit adds another D8.
This is what he said.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's 8. 16
Oh, shit.
on top of what I did.
I started blasting.
Okay. What?
He's so cool.
All right, so Nightshade now is going to...
Okay, why did I put
Does
this?
anybody remember if I recharged the unload ability?
Nope.
Don't.
Did not.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it right here.
Go for it.
Need a 6. That's a 5.
Oh,
Plus 1.
maybe that was earlier on. I know you did re-roll it
I
once.
did it at one point because I think he's done it more than once. So
I think you used it twice.
yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I used it, recharged it, went to use it again, used it, but then never recharged it since. Okay, so instead,
He has hatched that fancy sword out for a while, smacking Shalom.
yeah, I think that's what he's going to be trying to do here. So he's going to take the first slice at Chelonia.
You are turtle.
Okay, so that is a 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Worse. And then he's got to make a strength save.
2 characters.
I am. I'm playing.
Sorry, bud. 3 characters, I mean.
If Maris joins the fight.
Oh, right. I forgot there was this here.
You said strength save?
Yes.
Definitely save.
Nice.
Natural 19
Okay.
plus
38.
8, so
Yeah, he's
27.
proficient
Okay,
in all
yep.
saves, so.
So the first swing that Nightshade takes, the scimitar that he has, the like golden kind of barnacle-like hilt that seems to encapsulate his arm, and then go down the Waves just manifesting themselves out of the actual blade. As it slams forward, the waves are trying to push Chelonia back, but he's holding himself against Nightshade to try to keep him kind of pinned down here. He does, however, do 10 points of slashing damage.
I'm gonna throw this out there. Why does Andrew look like he might be falling off the edge?
Don't worry about it.
I don't want him to fall and break.
He's got 3 of them. All of them are going at Chelonia there. 19.
Hits.
Another strength save.
Yeah, I seen him earlier. He's pissing me off.
Success. And that's only 9 points of slashing and bludgeoning mix.
I'll use shop sheet to get.
And then the last one is going to stand like right here, just kind of pivot around him.
Prepared now.
Ooh, that might miss.
Fucking bat the
18.
shit out of him.
18 hits, because
Oh.
I don't think he
Just went.
used his skill to get extra AC.
He did not. Okay,
No,
another
he did
strength
over
save.
there and then
Rolled all the way over like a green shell.
That's,
bounce off the wall, launch off the ledge.
it's me.
another strength save.
Knocks you off the map.
Another success, 25.
Okay, shit.
Dude, where's
So 12 points of slashing.
where is that ability? The Koopa shell.
So as Chelonia is standing in front of him,
Shell if you want.
he's slicing the blade upward, and you can actually like hear it scraping against the front part of the shell, and the waves splashing in. There's kind of like this, like slamming against the shell of Chelonia, and you're just kind of yelling, "Get back, you beast!" And he's like slashing out at him.
It's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up, honestly.
All right. After Nightshade, it's the pirates.
Like, I knew he was an asshole. I didn't know he was a racist on top of that. That's crazy.
That guy's still blinded. I'm gonna roll that right now.
He's still blinded?
Yes.
Oh, right,
Okay. Hey.
Does that take his turn though, or is that?
Yeah, that'll be his whole turn. It's at the end of the turn. I'm just remembering to do it now because I
That's
just
probably
looked
the
at
better way to do it.
Yeah. What kind of save was it?
Huh? For your blind?
Is
Are you sure it's con? Give me a second to look
If
it
it's
up.
con, it's 24.
What is the other save? For all of the other saves, tell us
What
now.
are they? Tell us the value.
Tell us everything. Right now.
Oh.
He'll tell you if it works.
I'll tell
Con
you.
save.
I'll tell
Okay,
you.
24. That'll be useful next round. But he originally, when he got blinded, just like freaked out and laid behind that table. But
Yeah, he's getting. If we
For
all
the
die,
rest.
he's getting
for
fired.
the rest, the only person they really like were looking at is gonna be another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
I'm a genius.
Leave Zarvax out of this.
30.
Do you use the
These guys aren't gonna be close enough,
Take them
so.
all out. Do you recharge stacks on frenzy kills?
Oh, they're all grouped up around him?
I
I don't know if I should use that thing.
I know we said we were saving it for him, but like,
All right.
if you get 5 guys on you, I feel like
If you want to use it
Five Guys
yourself,
burgers and fries, you better take them out.
it's factual.
if you want to use it
Factual.
yourself, show up.
So we're
Oh
gonna
shit,
have
he's
some,
looking him in his eyes right now too.
some slices going out here.
Pretty sure they're all at advantage too.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't even remember what it does.
Where's the card? Maybe it's up there.
Oh, it's maybe in the back here.
How much HP? Does he have 94 or 54?
I think that's 54.
Oh, he's fucking.
He's
Okay.
raging. Though.
So I have
Dude, sir,
for
this
the
could-
first swing.
Azrael's an asshole for running away and
got a
hiding in the
16 and a
corner.
17 for hit.
16 misses, 17 hits.
Okay, so the 17
Yep.
is gonna be
Oh, whoa.
11 damage, half to 5.
11 damage.
Oh, he's about to eat these boys. Okay.
Next 2
God,
swings,
I need a calculator.
natural 20 and a
He's about to die.
11.
11 does not hit. Obviously, the natural 20 hits. You may need to
So
ask.
10.
Oh, he's 5. He's 5.
10? Okay.
Yep. And then the next 2 swings, both of them are. What's this? Both of them are 17s.
Okay.
7. Both of them hit.
All right.
Damn, why couldn't you roll one lower?
So that's a 10 half to 5 and a 6
wasn't
half to
it.
3.
He wasn't even acknowledging
So
your
8.
joke. That's
Alright.
crazy.
It's real weird.
He didn't even.
Once the smoke kind of
acknowledgement.
clears, the pirates come charging out, yelling and charging towards Zarbrax. Oh yeah, I see him! Kill him right there! And they start running over, and then the one guy takes a good slash at Zarbrax's back that causes him to like whip and turn around and start shoving into some of them. And then as he's shoving one of them slices into his side, and he doesn't even really react. He's just like powering through it, trying to like elbow and shove people back.
Can he move within axe swings? Like if he uses the frenzy, can he move and then reset it, or does it have to just be
What do
like
you mean?
when he's frenzying?
Using the spin.
What if he
There's a spin, and then there's one where he just keeps smashing.
Oh,
hitting
frenzy.
until he
Okay.
misses,
Yeah,
right?
it's just until he misses, so you can move.
Okay, so if he killed these 3 guys, he could run over these guys, kill them too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you regain charges on kills you get doing frenzy?
you do not.
Okay, that's a good question.
It just resets it after everything.
Okay, so after the effect is gone, it resets.
I feel like it's a good idea to use it.
really
Okay.
is. You could clear out the whole
After those pirates, these
Especially if it
two
goes
back
right.
here,
Okay.
these two see Moldrak like
Yeah.
jump floating up, and then now you're just kind of like in this hover. So they're gonna take 2 shots with pistols at you. So this
Alright.
first guy,
Yep.
it's gonna miss.
Okay.
shots of bugs.
Okay, that's also gonna miss. I got 2 natural ones.
Alright.
Both of their guns, they go to shoot them and they just explode in their faces. The one guy's like, "Ah!" like screaming, and you can see blood squirting from his fingers.
Oh no.
Oh my god!
He's gonna
I'm
take
gonna
some
chalk that up
damage.
to luck.
He can turn into an assassin now.
There you go.
The one guy's gun jams. This guy is like screaming, holding his hand. His blood is just like squirting onto the sand.
I think that guy might be done. I don't think he's fighting us anymore. I think he's got other problems.
Okay, and
My leg.
Now he can't even
that's it.
use his sword.
Chelonia.
Chelonia.
Before Chelonia's turn, though, after the pirates.
Yeah.
Wait, I actually have to double check. I don't know.
Player
if I
turns.
It is player turns. Go ahead.
Player
turns.
They're always trying to cheat and shit, man.
I went to go check.
He was
so I
gonna
wasn't
check
gonna
anyways.
You
Guess
tried
we're
to
going
cheat
after
though.
next.
You tried to cheat though.
Now he's gonna use it right before your turn and unload.
Remember when you tried to shoot me with all the bullets and then you decided to try and kill Connor? Yeah, me
He's
too.
gonna drop a barrel on you now.
I'll catch and
It
throw it
wasn't
out.
even just you. I tried to shoot at you, and then I tried to shoot at Connor.
I was invisible. I couldn't be
You
shot at.
definitely shot at me.
Right, and then I,
I
went
did-
back
I
to
did.
him. Trying to shoot somebody
missed
else.
everything.
Yeah. I'm trying to shoot people. It was like
You
after
tried to
all,
shoot
me.
You
Yeah.
tried to shoot everyone and miss everyone but Connor.
He's like, well, I know I can hit this guy.
He's just gonna keep hitting them in front of him.
Okay.
So he gets 2 attacks and then his bonus action, I take it?
Yep.
Alright.
Which you can use for flurry of blows for an extra one if you want.
Yup. First 2 hits. You really only have +8 to hit. Okay.
Yeah, because it's off his strength.
I was gonna say he's more of a
Healer.
yeah.
17?
Misses.
Okay.
We'll get him next turn. We'll get him next turn.
Maybe.
Well, then he's gonna do 40 of blows, try to hit him again.
Okay.
You got 2 more.
2 more?
Yep.
Look at that.
4 total.
Alright, those,
Oh, those are
will
both
probably hit. 22 and 23.
Both hit. Yeah.
Does he have key left after that?
Yes.
You can stun
And
him.
he's gonna, that's exactly what I was going for.
Nice.
Gets right
Nice.
stun.
Okay.
Nice.
That's deep.
D8s, I believe. So con saves.
So,
How have we survived this long without a monk in our party? That's crazy.
11 damage?
11 damage.
Yeah, and then
The ultimate
con
assassin,
save.
you're just like 10 days later, you're just like
Write the health down first.
Is it just...
You know what? Today I'm feeling like
one
it.
key point?
To do the stun,
mid
Yeah.
shit.
I think it might
I'm
be
trying to
2.
look here.
It's based on which one you try to do. I
Stunning
think.
stroke, right here. When you hit a creature with melee weapon attack,
Yep.
you can spend 1 key point to
Okay.
attempt to stun the target until Your next turn.
Yep.
Con save.
That's a 29.
Okay.
You
Failure.
might have
Do it
saved it.
again.
Oh yeah, 'cause both hit.
28.
16.
Oh. No,
Might be
probably
on the
not.
back of a sheet.
No, it's on the front.
Oh, is
By all
it?
the key points.
Well, it should just be
What's his
wisdom plus
wisdom? Yeah.
proficiency
He's
plus
got a
8.
box right there. I can like,
So
see it.
the wisdom plus proficiency 10 plus 8, 18.
Sick.
Oh, it's
Use your last legendary resistance there, buddy.
Well, here's the thing. Moldrak's about to be on top of him.
Yeah, use your last legendary resistance, buddy. You're dead.
Go ahead, use
That's
it.
the end.
Okay, he's gonna use it.
He was dead if he didn't.
Yeah, especially with Moldrak.
That is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what he did it on. He did it on the Pass by Soul thing, right?
Yeah.
And you
and
did
then
something to him?
His,
One of his spells.
the blind.
Oh.
The blind from the beginning, and then
Yeah.
Chelonia tried to charm him.
Yeah.
And then Chelonia just tried to stun him, so Chelonia got 2 of them. Alright. Chelonia starts just slamming his fingers like forward. He's not actually doing these punches. He's pushing his, just like the very tip of one finger, very focused into certain spots on his body. And you can see these yellow ripples just like going out. He takes a couple towards his chest, and then takes one more and just chops right at the top of his forehead.
Oh,
And
the
instead
forehead
of
karate chop.
actually looking like he's fully stunned, you see him get dazed for a moment before he shoves Chelonia off of him. Starts looking around at what's going on, and now he's going to use the legendary actions.
I'm surprised you can even resist after being karate chopped in the forehead. Fucking so disorientating. Disoriented.
Alright, so
See if you can resist.
Let's go.
legendary
Gimme.
actions.
Reactions for legendary team members.
Oh, I'll use mine right now then.
Oh, I did. I have to remark these.
I'd like to use Power Word Kill.
Oh!
Good one.
Thought I lost my good die for a second.
Yo, we should have grabbed that while we were in here earlier, Jerry. Why didn't we do that?
That would have been smart of you guys.
Okay, he's just going to actually move
Swapped
away.
it out for a similar looking one. He wouldn't have noticed.
Power Word Kill is 100 HP, right?
Opportunity attack.
Yep.
Start him again!
He
He's not
He really
stunning me
misses.
this time. He might fall off the balcony at that swing.
As he's backing up, he takes the hilt of the scimitar that he has and slams it up against the side of Chelonia's head. But Chelonia like throws his hand up to block it, and when it hits into the forearm, he actually hits against the rail behind him, causing him to try to like. He just doesn't even try to take the swing at him. But Nightshade runs and gets away. Lair actions.
actions.
Actions of the lair.
So hard to see, man.
It's bigger.
Should use smaller dice.
Yeah.
All creatures.
Number stands out more.
Foam ones.
Okay,
I'd still be. I'd still.
I
have to be
need
close.
Ander and Connor to make dex saves.
Okay, okay, buddy.
Super fast.
I was born in the decks. You merely adopted it. 23.
Success.
Yeah, do I need to make this save? That's my question.
That's up to you.
Let's try these.
Barely.
Barely.
23 was a barely, so
Okay.
probably need a 22.
18.
18? Not to fail.
Yeah, I figured.
Alright.
I wasn't spending 2 hero points on that.
Probably
So,
just gonna
as
kill us,
Nightshade
that's
gets over to here, you're not invisible anymore, right?
Nope.
Yes.
Correct. You're not invisible.
No, I
'cause you
may
did
be.
Something. I remember that at least.
We did something.
Okay. As Nightshade runs over here, you can see that the side of his lip, he's kind of like bleeding a little bit. Nightshade himself, I remember last week I didn't actually give a good description of him, but you can see that he is a pretty well-built individual, human. He's probably about 6'3" or so. He's got a very, very thick black beard with like these flecks of white in it. They're not really like just spots. It's like a few lines every now and then. He's got a very big admiral's hat that has a kind of bluish purple feather off of it, like the color of a nightshade. His jacket is this deep brown that almost looks black and has gold trim going on some of the parts of it. It also looks like a little tattered in some spots, and it's just been like haphazardly patched. The gun belt that he has goes across, like underneath the jacket, across the front, and then on the inside of the jacket there's a bunch of other gun belts that sit inside of there. You can also see that on his waist, on like the sides, there's like 2 or 3 small barrels about this big. Not really sure what's inside of them, but he's got a few of them. You can also see the cutlass that he has, and then the golden kind of pistol that he carries. Similar, now that you're thinking about it, to the one that Haverdash was carrying. They seem to be pretty similar. His hair is probably about shoulder length, and it's like dark jet black with just a few streaks of white on one side of it. His facial features are very, very hardened. You can see he's got like a huge scar on his nose right here to where it's actually like dented a little bit. His left eyebrow has a huge part of the eyebrow that's actually like missing from what appears to be some sort of a burn that may have been there before. But as he is sitting here, running over, bloody, kind of lipped, looking a little bit disheveled, the scimitar in hand, he quickly like sheathes that, and then as he sheathes that in the same motion, like sheathes and then pulls the pistol from a separate like holster that's right there, the revolver that he has. And then once he switches that hand, he actually pulls the scimitar into the other one instead of just like switching them. It's just this very strange like motion that he does. But after he does that, he just starts like looking around. Where you be, yonder? Where you be? And he starts scoping around. There you are. He looks up, shoots. You hear like a ding, and the metal chain above breaks, and another barrel falls right in between the two of you. Before you even have time to like actually react or try to stop anything, there's this huge explosion as he reaches over and shoots the barrel. So your dex saves, fail and a success. I'm gonna grab the appropriate dice.
There's like 50 dice back there.
That sounded like 10.
He's re-rolling.
Holy shit.
And then he said, holy shit.
That's never good to hear.
Yeah, you hate... Whenever he says holy shit, it usually means we're dead.
You're hoping for the fuck.
Yeah, the fuck, that's the one. Oh, yeah, 5.
Okay. He might need him to how this goes. He said, oh shit.
Between the barrels exploding...
The barrels?
There's 2 of them.
Well, there was one here. Like, it doesn't do stack damage or anything. I'm just saying that this one's gone too. But the barrels exploding is going to be 57 points of a combination of fire and bludgeoning damage.
It did take me out.
What?
57. Combination of fire and bludgeoning.
Halved?
Halved, yes, if you succeeded.
You didn't say it was halved, and I was losing my
That
mind.
was halved.
So 20...
Connor is dead. Insta kill.
28.
Because it did 100 and something.
You went down?
Yeah,
Oh.
I had 54.
Down by 3.
Ender, you just dive into the pile of barrels here, actually weaseling your way into one that's kind of open, but there's sand that's kind of going up in it, so you're not fully in it. You feel a bunch of splinters of wood slam against your back. One of them actually buries into your side. It's only about yay big, and you just kind of pull it out. You can feel fire on the back side of your jacket that you like quickly take it off and then smack it on the sand before putting it back on. As you adjust and look over, you can see Connor's entire front side is just dark black, covered in like soot. You can see part of his robe is slightly like embered, and he is looking over to the side. You can see his eyes are like barely open, and doesn't seem to be breathing.
Nice.
All right. After that, Moldrak, you're up.
Okay, I know I look lower than that, but that's just as
Yeah, I know you're supposed to be even.
If I just go in a straight diagonal, can I get to Nightshade?
How much?
40 feet.
You can get right on him.
All right. I'll just like land next to him,
Yep.
Could get in him.
and I'm just gonna start swinging.
All right.
You 0 right now?
What?
Okay.
24 to hit.
Hits.
25 to hit.
Hits.
Fuck him up.
I'm just gonna use the same one. 23 to hit.
All hit.
Okay. I'm gonna need con saves for each of them.
Natural 20. Natural 1.
Aha!
Stunned.
Oh, if he's stunned, the last one doesn't matter.
So the last
Last
hit
one's
would
a
be
crit.
crit. Okay. For the first attack, for damage, 8 plus 16 plus. The first one is 24 points of damage.
Okay.
Do I need to split the thunder and the?
No.
Okay.
So the first one's 24.
Yep. Second one. The second one is 15 plus 9, 24 points of damage.
24 again.
And then the crit.
Do 24 again.
13 plus 9. 20. Oh, I gotta double it. Hang on. 26 plus 9. Yeah, 35 points of damage.
Alright.
And he's stunned.
Start to win.
Until the start of my next turn.
Until the start of your next turn?
Yep.
Okay. So the first swing that you take, you kind of jump over and slam it down. He goes to react with the scimitar and actually blocks part of it, but you just power through it to where it slams into his shoulder, and there's this moment where you kind of have the hammer pushed down into his shoulder and he's holding the blade there, and he's kind of, "Hey, a Bengaran, I've caged many of your kind." And then he throws
I
you
hear
back
that,
a
and
little
I
bit,
just
and then he just like
right on the face.
and then there's this concussive blast where he's just sitting there trying to like hold his face, and as he does, you take the swing, crack it over his back, and he slams onto the ground. He's like getting himself up, but he's also just completely disoriented.
That's my turn. That's all I want to do.
All right, Zarbrax.
Can he teleport up there? And
I mean, he could climb, but
So he's gonna get fucked up, yeah.
attacks. Sure. I'm gonna try to use this frenzy thing.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, but it's a good, you're gonna die without it. Yeah, so you make one additional attack on your turn with this weapon until you miss once. Okay. So he makes regular attacks first?
Yep, and then he'll do the addition.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna do reckless.
He also gets 3
Yeah.
D20s.
Alright.
First one. Who are you hitting?
Who is closest to Azrael right now?
This guy here.
Okay,
That's
we're gonna-
also the one that's been hurt the most.
Okay, we're gonna go for him first.
Okay.
2 natural ones and a 9. The 9's probably still gonna hit.
it starts after his.
19.
Okay.
19.
19 hits.
Okay.
Bro, once you get 3 dice, you just start doing worse.
He does D12s, right?
Yep. And it's the number in the parentheses.
Okay.
It's raging.
Got it. 11 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure if he crits, he gets 2 of it.
Brutal critical die, yeah.
3 dice? 3 D12s.
Okay.
Brutal.
Is he still up?
Still up.
Okay. He's gonna go again.
Okay.
Way better. 28.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice catch.
18 points of slashing damage.
All right. So he slams the blade into the guy's shoulder,
1 down.
and then as he slams it in, it's buried. The guy's like, ah! He holds onto the shoulder, grabs it like right up at the hilt, and just reaches it back and just does like a punch with it to where it slams into the throat, and then the blood starts pooling out. You see, as he's holding it, he like rears back and then squeezes the axe, and the axe does this like very, very subtle like thud of energy, and then all of the red that's inside of those rings disperses and goes up to the actual head of the axe, and then all of these runes on it start to show up in this kind of blood red color, and then you watch Zarvrax almost look like he just like powers up and looks over to these two right next to him. Which one are you going for first? They both look about the same.
The one with the like feather hat.
Okay.
18 plus 28 for that one.
Hits.
He doesn't have like a special crit range with this, does he?
He does not, as normal.
Okay. So that one hits. 9 again. 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Uh, 21 to hit.
Hits.
I actually just made the most broken character you
20
possible.
points of slashing damage.
Okay, that guy hits the ground hard. The first swing he takes, it actually just like scrapes across the chest where blood starts to form, and then the second one on the the comeback with it, he slams it over into the upper part of the right chest, and this huge spurt of blood comes up, and then he just kicks that guy off the blade, and then swings it around to go to the next guy.
Mm-hmm. All right. Natural 20.
Okay, might be it for that guy.
So he gets
3d12
because of his brutal
I
critical?
think on top of the actual d12.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was 3 total.
I thought it was 3 total.
Could be.
I'll
Yeah,
look
the
it.
barbarian pulled it.
I thought his number went up.
It might have. I don't know. I haven't really messed with
Brutal critical. This increases to 2 additional dice at 13. And then at 17,
Oh,
he gets
okay. So
Okay.
3 more.
3 total then.
it. Alright.
Double them all.
49 points of slashing damage.
The swing back takes the head clean off, and then he just starts charging towards the
With
next
this
group.
one, so I'll say, instead of cutting that up, he swings up, and the guy is lifted into the air, and he's just running with the guy on his ass.
So on the swing back, he just buries it into his stomach and is charging forward, screaming. Lightning's like arcing behind him.
And he's going to go for, I don't know if he can get in between those two guys.
Well, bring the guy with him.
Yeah.
He like flings off of the axe. And he's just going to swing at the guy furthest to this side.
Got it.
Natural 19, so 29.
Hits.
15 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
16 points of slashing damage.
Alright. I don't know why I keep uncapping this and recapping it.
26 to hit.
Hits.
20 points of slashing damage.
He takes the axe up after running forward, just kind of like chucks forward, and the body like falls limp on it. Then he takes the axe and just 1, 2 slams it into the midsection to where there's this at least a foot or so gash into the guy's side that causes him to fall over. Still like yelling and screaming, but he's on the ground, slowly dying as his blood pools around him.
Uh, 24 to hit.
Hits.
19 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Oh, that one kind of went out. 18 to hit.
Hits.
It's the spookiest one, so he had.
He just rolled 18.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
12 points of slashing damage, or 9 plus 3, is that 12?
Yeah.
12 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
You better watch out here. He's coming for you next.
He doesn't end this by chucking his axe at fucking
25
Nightshade.
to hit.
Hits.
That's like all I can really do, or throw. I don't know if he has
Yeah.
javelins or something,
He
but
does the crit.
He's got to do it with the axe.
oh. 18 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Still up.
Yep.
17 plus 9, 26.
Hits.
He's gotta be dead.
14 points of slashing damage.
See you later, bud.
And with that, you can see that Zarbrex after the first like 2 slashes into the guy on the left, and the blood starts to pool, and he's on the ground just screaming. The screaming stops after a few seconds, and then as he goes over to the next guy, it's just this like he's chopping into a log. He's just slamming into this guy with the axe. Blood is splashing everywhere. So he moved 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet that way.
Well, he's only got, I think, 40, so
Yeah.
I don't know if he can get anywhere
Yeah,
else.
so he's not going to be able to. But he's just at the point where he's just like on the body of the guy on the ground, just slamming the axe into it. It looks like the axe almost takes over, and his mind just kind of goes blank for a minute. But then,
He takes like after the last guy takes like a deep breath, and you see like the crazy static calm.
Does he like pass out after that?
Oh, I don't know.
Holy shit.
Is there like a negative thing?
I
Holy
don't believe
shit.
so.
Okay.
Maybe for the frenzied one there might be.
Can we
After
give him
missing-
exhaustion?
Well, so it technically ended, but it says after missing, your next attack has a +5 to hit.
Okay, it still has a +5.
Okay.
Okay, but no negative effect if it's not on there then. I think he may have had one before, but it kind of took away from wanting to use that instead of something else, so we
Okay.
fixed it. But that's that. After he starts slamming into the ground with the axe, so the person from him is pretty much a bloody mess in pieces. Like Moldrick said, for Zarbrex, that static kind of starts to slowly sink down, and you can see, like, you guys visibly for the first time see the control that he has gained over the course of you guys knowing him, over his, his rage. But
You think that guy behind the table ever actually gets up after watching
he's
that?
going to get up right now.
Wait, there's a guy over there?
Yeah, he's laying
Hang
down.
on. Can we get to him?
No, he's too far. Yeah, I would have said something if.
Can he throw the axe over there?
No. Yeah, he just like, all right, shit. Oh.
Puts the table over him on top of.
Blood from his buddy, just grabs it.
He's shaking under the table.
I think he's dead, boys.
All right, Ander, you're up.
Oh, should I?
This motherfucker is stunned.
Ooh. I'll run over to Connor.
Oh, right. Forgot about Connor. Well, sometimes you gotta make a choice.
I was definitely sitting over here like, I could wait a turn. Might not be the.
Wait till next round.
You'll fuck him up. You got this. Oh, I'm gonna give him a potion.
You can throw some heavy fire stuff over there. You're not gonna, well, you might hit trouble.
I'm also gonna drink a
one
potion.
for you.
Do you wanna roll your potion? Because I'm gonna drink one too.
Oh, do you want D4s?
Yes, please. I don't know what happened to all mine. Maybe I put them back.
Should be 8.
I think it's here.
Damn, that was the fastest I've ever done math in my life. That was crazy.
His brain's working.
The numbers were just fucking. Every time I looked at a dice, it just instant
the
added.
gif of all the numbers.
Yeah.
floating
I
around.
forgot Nightshade was stunned. I was about to shoot Connor with legendary actions.
Hilarious.
Right
Hilarious.
after you picked him up with the
Classic.
That would have been so funny.
What a perfect.
You would have just
villain.
been going back and forth for like 3.
What a perfect villain for Jared. The most fucking BM troll person possibly.
Like, man, you're worse than me.
All right. After that, after Ander's turn, Connor, it is your turn. You wake up to Ander, partially covered in soot. He's kind of like wiping your forehead very quickly, and you can see that there's just like dust and sand falling off. You get up, you can feel it in your mouth. Yeah.
Use them to get myself up on my feet.
My small ass falls over.
You got up? You're good? Okay. You gotta get a 3-point stance to.
Yeah. All right.
So I stand up,
Mm-hmm.
kind of woozy,
Mm-hmm.
considering it's the second time this has happened in this battle.
It's rough out here.
His vision's kind of blurred, but he can pretty much make out what's going on. And he just kind of aims his staff up towards Nightshade and just shoots a meteor at him.
Okay. All right. Dex
Okay.
save.
He can't save, he's stunned.
fuck, he fails his save.
Sure is stunned.
Moldrak has to. No, he's immune to it.
I don't know what the range is, but 20 is kind of cool.
He could probably direct it to where.
Oh, he could move it away, yeah.
Unless he really wants to be like, fuck you, and drop it directly on his head.
It's up to you.
Tony has evasion. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Unless he doesn't. I guess he still just takes
He doesn't
half.
have a great dex score.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have heightened spell, so I could
Make
make
him
him save it, which would
Yeah.
proc evasion.
What he's trying to say is that he knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Hey, he does what he wants. I was not opposed to him dropping it straight on his dumbass head. This crits, right?
39 fire damage.
39.
And then bonus action, I'm going to drink one of my Arcana potions. I'll borrow those dice again.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
How much did you heal off of your potion?
25.
25? How much did you heal?
30.
What does that put you at?
Enough.
What do you want to know?
For a reason. Just to let me
78.
know. Okay.
He's gonna
It's like,
kill
I
me.
need to know if I'm about to do massive damage.
You don't know if I'm gonna end you or just put you
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you need a potion or an apothecary? That's what we're trying to figure out here.
That's a good heal. 35.
Oh, nice.
Three fours and the rest all threes.
Good. Did you roll your d4 for your spells, or is it a d6?
It's a D4. Yeah.
Or, you pick whatever one you want.
Nice.
Azrael's up.
Ooh.
I started blasting.
He's stunned until your turn.
Yep. Until the start of my next turn.
Can I make a save at the end of his turn?
Nope.
Shit.
Okay.
It. I can read it for you if you want.
I know he's laying down right now.
Yes.
So is his like head dangling off or like his
No, he
feet
seems
hanging
to
off
be,
the
like,
edge?
tucked behind it. Like, you can't see him.
Damn. I tried.
Trying to be
I did try. I tried to make it so I didn't have to move.
Get into the fight.
Everybody I was gonna shoot dead now. So
There's a guy hiding behind the table.
I don't see. The table's on top of him. I don't even know he's there. I'm gonna run out and shoot Nightshade.
Okay, you have to get, like, next to Zar.
Yeah, we could hang out until they come out in with the fucking cannon again. You're running low on the crossbow bolts. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You should have just told me to fill up my bag of holding with crossbow bolts. Yeah, I'm like, I can just have like bundles of them.
Packs of 20. Just ready to go.
Do I
Extra magazines full of.
get disadvantage?
For
Will he be
what?
laying on the ground?
What?
He's not laying on
He's
the
not.
He's not. He's just like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
he's just stunned. He's, like, wobbling
Do I-
around.
I don't get advantage though, right?
Correct. Wait, yeah, you do.
I do. I don't
Every-
think it's
everybody gets advantage, only melee crits.
There's too many fucking conditions that I gotta try and remember what the fuck each condition does. Okay.
Is he stunned?
Advantage and it's a crit if it hits. Okay. That's wrong paper. 28 to hit.
28 hits.
And then
Custard and jelly in here.
I think that one's jelly.
Fucking jelly, like. Is your eyeball in the same one I'm on?
This one?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
That's the only one that has filling in it.
You wanna hand me that glazed one right there?
No.
Which one?
The glazed one. Like, original glazed, all the way closest to you.
This one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You can grab it, I don't
Dude,
care.
I actually can't roll for him. It's crazy.
You roll low?
Just roll 2 twos. Oh, I get an extra one, right? Because he crits. Oh, that wasn't bad. 2, 2, 8, 12, 20, 31 for the first hit. And then
31 damage, right?
did I tell you that? I did. I said 28.
Yeah.
Then 29 to hit.
Hits.
You ever just feel like you're cheating?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure it's not just me. 11, 22, 33.
Remember
33 damage. My math right now is not to be fucked with, okay?
Okay.
It's on a different level.
It's really just somewhere else right now.
You're receiving the calculations from somewhere else.
Henna under that?
Did he have marked on there how many shots he took before? Because that you might have to reload now. I think that pistol may only have 4 in it.
I'm using a cross.
The crossbow, I mean, may only have 4 in it. Or you have to change some things. You have to look, I don't know. But just look into it, is all I'm saying.
Oh, I probably cheated then.
It's alright.
Spell fed.
Because it says he's at 7. I would have used 9, so he would have had to reload in between the last turn.
Right.
Okay.
All good though.
Well-
We'll have to do it next round. As he takes the bolts and just kind of shoots both of them up, they slam up into his upper chest, kind of shoulder area, because that's like the top part he can see. You can see blood falling from the wounds. He's still reacting to getting shot. You know, he kind of grunts to it and moves around, but he's just like holding his head, trying to make sense of things, and he seems super off balance. After that, though, it's Nightshade, and he can't do anything.
Nice turn, loser.
And then the pirates, who aren't there, they can't do anything.
Hey, you got the guy behind the
But
table, dude.
That one
This
guy.
guy,
He's gonna fight to the end.
stand up.
No shot he
Where'd
wants to
everybody
fight.
go? Oh, well, he would still see all the bodies.
Yeah, he definitely seen
First
everything that
person that
happened.
probably grabs his attention is going to be Zarbrax.
Covered in
And he's
blood.
just going to take the...
This guy's it. Honestly, this guy deserves it.
He goes right for Connor.
First guy he sees, Connor. I don't know why, just...
Zarbrax.
I just
Rifle
got so many
shot.
shots.
He also pulls out a
Natural
golden
20.
gun.
This guy's a legend.
Okay.
He's got fucking nuts of steel, too.
He really does. Zar's just like covered in blood.
He's covered in
16.
blood.
Bodies surrounded.
Everywhere
16
around
points
him.
piercing damage.
Okay. Got it.
And obviously it's not half because of a crit.
Does he have a potion left?
Alright.
One.
Stands up and puts the rifle up on the table and then just focus. Alright. After the pirates, it's
Well-
Chelonia.
What do I do if he runs out of
He's
ammo?
running over to Nightshade.
Just start throwing the crossbow at him?
What?
If he runs out of ammo, I just
I think
fucking...
he's got
gonna
melee
start-
weapon.
Throwing it all at him.
I don't know how he gets
Alright.
up there, but
I'll use the ladder that he has in his backpack.
is there a ladder?
He misses those two. He's gonna fear
Well, he has
those.
advantage.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was one attack.
One misses.
Damn, switch dice.
2 miss.
Dice always go.
Bro, switch
away.
dice and characters.
I'm not switching.
Alright. Faithful.
Fury blows.
Comes in natural 20.
That's good.
25.
Hits.
And. Now that one misses.
Did you hit 1 there?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, just making sure,
Still
man.
7 damage.
Damn!
As a crit. It's 7.
Oh, 14 damage. Or 8 plus 3.
Just
11
cheat. You
damage.
didn't do that much this turn.
Listen,
Leave this man alone. He's been through enough. He had to stare at those dice 3 times while they missed.
I stare at 6 misses.
Okay.
Yeah, pussy.
He's not a melee.
After that, the lair action. However,
All of the layer actions depend on Nightshade.
Or the pirate.
The guys who are all...
guess what? That dude down here, he's gonna fucking pull something out. What's he gonna pull out?
What's he got attached
He's
to
gotta
his
run
table
all the way
right
across the room to get one of the
here?
cannons.
He's got it.
As he reaches up and shoots at Zarvrax, Zarvrax kind of like gets hit and then like looks over and he goes down and grabs one of those chain guns and sets it up.
Oh no!
Goes to shoot it at him.
Oh, Zar's got
A chain gun taped under
gotta
the
make like
table.
a-
We should have known.
a save or something?
No, if he
Yeah,
gets
just get
shot,
scammed.
just gives a
No.
restrain.
Just get scammed.
It's just a restrain, there's no damage.
Just get scammed.
This is dangerous in something at all?
Is it only for dex saves?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says dex saves, but I feel
it
like
says,
this is...
like to hit.
Yeah.
So he
Okay,
should
so
get a
it's
dex
a
save.
23 to hit.
Yeah.
He gets hit and restrained.
He's gonna use his breath weapon on this guy.
The chain net, like, Starcrax, like, gets
20
pissed
feet.
and starts to, like, go forward, but it wraps up around him, and then he almost falls back, but he holds himself up, flailing around. And then after that, it is your turn, Moldrak. He's no longer stunned.
Nope.
And end a turn? Or is it beginning of
Start.
turn?
Start.
Oh.
Can I, like, I don't, you know, he might be too dexterous, but I want to move behind him anyways. And, you know.
What if you just grabbed him and fucking pile drived him off the fucking top
I mean, I
rope?
probably could.
Just flip him over.
This the UFC. They pile drive people all the time in there.
Tombstone pile driver.
He killed him!
I'm gonna take 3 swings at him.
You do have to yell
Alright.
whatever wrestling move you're doing. So.
Undertaker killed him!
24 to hit.
Hits.
26 to hit.
Also hits.
Or you just beat the shit out of him. That works too.
25 to hit. And I'm... one second.
Every single one's a stun. I don't know if it does.
It's not anymore. No, it's not.
I should have healed Connor this turn.
I'm like full health.
Yeah, should have healed
15
Should
points
went
of
for the kill.
bludgeoning for the first one. 11 points of bludgeoning for the second one.
Curse me and being a good teammate.
14 points of bludgeoning for the third one.
I don't remember that.
How much was the second one? I missed the second one.
Time I grabbed you. Get out of
Did you
it.
say 13 for the second one?
I think it was 11, but I don't remember.
Okay, sorry. I got the other ones, though.
It's okay.
Okay.
That's my turn.
You're taking the hammer and slamming it up against his form. The bruises that you can imagine are underneath the blows that you're delivering to him can't be comfortable. You can hear the body kind of taking the thuds, and there's like crunching. You can also hear like metal clanking around, like where you're hitting him. There might be like a pistol or something there that you're like hitting the pistol, and
That
that's
is spooky
jamming
as
into
hell.
his side.
He's trying to blow his ass up.
All right.
What do I need damage to me?
After that, he's going to take a legendary action
You're
to...
yurt.
I'm gonna use my legendary or my counter legendary action.
Oh, when did you get that?
Level 1.
Specifically for this bit.
Yeah. Born with it.
What do I get to do on my legendary action?
Okay, yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
You're going to take a scimitar attack
Yes.
at Moldrak.
You just
Yeah.
call it out.
That feels warranted.
21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And to make a strength save.
Alright.
I'm sure you'll have no issue doing that. But
We'll see. 19.
Success. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
And heal 8.
Oh, wow.
All right.
I don't know what from, but I'll take it.
Starcrax
The
is
water.
up.
Oh, right.
He's restrained right now.
Yeah.
So he's got to take his turn to get that
He's
on.
gonna try to get the chains off.
Strength save, you need a 16.
Yep. A lot.
Yeah.
22.
No longer restrained.
He's gonna spend his bonus action drinking a potion while he's running towards the guy with who just shot him.
Okay. He's got what, 40?
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Poor guy.
like leaping over the table at
Yeah.
him.
Alright, that's his turn. He's just drinking the potion. I'll use it.
Under. You're up in.
8.
I'm hitting the. Yeah.
14.
So I wrote down here.
19.
Yeah, I don't like that guy.
Opening the door and attacking the people outside.
He's like, bring your cannon back.
Eddie.
Moldrak misses it.
Cool. Okay.
I'm good.
One of them just misses.
Okay.
So that's cool.
He healed for 27, really.
Okay.
Then if I hit the third one, he has to make a strength save.
I think he already used one, so I think it's gone.
And so next time you take the attack action, you gain an extra attack.
Nice.
Actually, the 2 that are just
Sure.
normal. I didn't say it.
You got more attacks.
Probably not a bad
More
thing.
attacks. I don't know.
20 for the first one. 20 to hit. The next one is a 17.
Misses.
This game sucks.
Got him.
Now you sharpshooter.
Okay.
You have that.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's weird.
It's almost like someone reminded him to do that.
No, that couldn't be it.
24.
Hits.
All right. You gotta make a strength save, or be knocked 10 feet away.
Is it the wall? Is it like a condemn?
17.
Just fucking knocks him out. Yeah, I made it.
It also does max health % damage for every 3
Only hit 2.
That feels like a lot of math.
Yeah.
Make that calculation easier.
10, 21, 14, 21, 45.
Woo!
That was from all 3?
Yeah, only hit 2.
Oh, those 2.
Yeah.
That sharpshooter.
Oh yeah, because 1 missed. Alright,
2 missed.
you know what I mean. Alright. You start taking the cards, and after picking them up, you just start feeling all of the emotions that you felt over the last few years of trying to get to this moment and everything leading up to this, to where every throw has a little bit extra behind it that you're just chucking up at him. You can feel the card coming off even smoother. Your technique with everything is just as clean as it ever has been. Like you are just honed in and focused on making sure that you leave here alive and he doesn't. Or if it becomes down to it, he's going down and you are too. Like there's no leaving here without knowing that he's dead. Focus, you start chucking the cards, and you can see one of them actually goes clean through his shoulder out the other side because you throw it so hard. The other 2 that miss just kind of like go into these poofs in the air, and you're just focusing on the last one that you chuck and throw up at him that slams up into the upper part of his chest, and there's this plume of blue that bursts outward as well. He kind of shudders his eye to it. Alright. Connor, you're up.
Alright. So. I'm gonna move towards like the middle of the room here. So like maybe like over here area.
Okay. 30, like here?
Yeah.
Alright.
Can I see Nightshade from where I'm standing?
You cannot.
Where would I have to go?
It's like 10 feet back, like here. Yeah, you can see him from there.
Because I want to cast Blight on him.
Oh,
But
alright.
I was out of range before, so.
Con save.
Yes. Fail. 88.
Roll high.
Jesus.
Ooh. It's good.
Oh shit!
It's like 4 8s.
There's
No,
8
like
8s.
There's 8 8s.
Sometimes you roll high.
Sometimes you roll high. That's all he says.
You really did roll high.
Was there 3 8s or 4?
20.
I
Three
told
eights,
you
like two
8
sevens.
8s.
Jeez.
That's only 2 8s.
2 8s, 2
I saw
7s.
3s.
6.
16,
I'm messing up his math.
30,
Saying numbers.
7, 30, 34, 33, 8.
43.
43.
43. Necrotic damage.
Alright.
What'd you hit him with?
Blight.
Connor standing still,
What's going on to me?
the staff in his hand. He pushes his arms out in front of him, and then holding the staff in one, just lifts that up, and the staff kind of starts to swirl a bit, and then he grabs it and pulls back and then pushes with this black beam of energy going upward. You can see little bits of white starry flecks inside of it, almost like a flat hole has been put into some sort of a pipe form. And then as it slams into Nightshade's shoulder, you can see a small part of it just kind of rip away to where part of his shoulder is just kind of missing, like right where his trap muscle is. You can hear him like do this just terrible scream as he holds up at his shoulder. He actually drops the scimitar in one hand to reach up and hold it.
Then I'm going to quicken spell and cast haste on the Moldrak.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Plus 2 to your AC as well.
Oh. I like that.
Plus 2 AC, double your movement, and if you take the
Fuck all the other shit. I'll just take the
attack.
plus 2 ADCs.
Okay.
Moldrak.
At the start of the next round, you can hear Nightshade kind of yelling out as he's like pushing back and trying to stay alive.
It's just like...
Yeah, he's like trying to shove, like keeping you at bay. He's holding the pistol up to you and then holding the sword back at Chelonia. It's kind of like this standstill in the combat where you're just like going back and forth, swinging, dodging each other's blows, where he like lifts him up and is holding it, and then you're just sitting there trying to calculate his next attack, and Chelonia's doing the same. And as he's looking, you can kind of just hear him shouting out, "Ander, you still there?"
No, I left. I left.
What do you say about a parlay, boyo? Just you and me.
It's a 1v1.
He's baiting you, bro.
A bit of a negotiation, boyo.
thought
I kill
told-
you, I get out of here alive. You kill me, I tell you where all me treasure's buried.
That's banned. Wait,
You
I
could-
kill him and then he tells me where the treasure's buried? You're gonna tell me where the treasure's buried after
saying,
you're dead.
No, he's saying he's gonna kill either me or Chelonia. That's what he's saying.
Oh, he said.
Agree to the parlay and I'll tell you where it be.
I think that's what he's saying. I don't know.
He's just pointing the gun at
Is that
Moldrak,
what he
pointing
seems?
the
Is he
blade
like? Does he
He's just-
gesture with
he's
each when
kind
he
of
does
like
that?
No, he's just kind of like holding you guys at bay for a
Oh.
moment so he can yell out. What he's saying was pretty much that if you agree to the parlay, he will tell you where it is.
Is he asking me to 1v1 him?
He sure is.
Billy knew that. Come on. Well, you're telling me where all the treasure's buried.
All of it, down to the last copper penny.
Enough.
You do what you want here, bud. This is your call.
Well, get down here and let's do this.
Good. He slowly brings the weapons back. Sheathes the scimitar.
Look at him, he's itching. I can choose for that.
Cracked out now.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Coming down.
Can
He
you,
is.
Can you take the haste off me and cast it on Andrew
So
real
should
quick?
You two are going to follow him.
Okay.
He makes his way down this tunnel.
can I stand in the back of the room then?
Yep, go ahead and move your wherever you guys want to be down here.
You cast haste on
Does this take him long enough to where I can drink a potion?
Yeah.
We're cheating.
You just like double up.
Drink. I think I'm. How much HP? I think one will do.
Okay.
Oh. What if he just killed me? That'd be really awkward.
It's okay. I have enough.
He kills him, I can. Alright.
It's okay. You guys didn't agree to the parlay, so if he kills you, just.
As you're following him out, he's going into the jacket and like loading a couple of the guns or making sure they're okay, holstering them.
There's definitely some dented ones.
Yeah, there's a couple that you see him like pull out and just like throw on the ground because they're just broken to shit. He pulls one out. Got me good there, kitty cat. Throws a gun on the ground.
They called you kitty cat. You can give him one little ding. Dude.
Follow him out.
As we're walking down, I'm just gonna say, Anders not the same scared little boy you once knew.
We'll
He's
see
a
about
warrior.
that. We'll see about that. Once you start walking out, there's an iron door that leads into his chamber. This is on the opposite side of the one you guys saw originally that he kind of opens up and then makes his way into. Down those steps that you guys originally descended and then into the actual sand pit here.
Here's where he's like, "Oh, my treasure's buried right here, dumbass."
Damn it, we see the roof. Fine. I hope not, because we gotta get off the island before those things on the island kill us. Yeah.
We do have a lot of people who just like light.
Two of you made your way down. Nightshade steps in and then kind of starts to like do this circling type walk as he sees you standing over there. You can see him reaching in, grabbing some of the guns. The barrels on him flipped. As he grabs bullets and
This is
loads
the
them in.
dumbest idea. I'm gonna die.
It's
Puts
so
it
in
back into
character
the
for you to
jacket.
do that.
I know.
I reckon you've been waiting a long time for this. After everything I did to you, brother. You know how many times he begged me and begged me. Just let him go. Let me get back to Ander. You know what I gave him? No guesses then, eh? I'll leave it to your imagination then. He takes it and unloads it. Now, I want your word, as you seem to be an honorable man, Ender, that if I kill you before you kill me, your lads here let me go.
I can't really speak for them, but on my word, I'd let you walk.
Well, I hope that they take your word. He looks over. Do I have your word?
I looked at Ander. Yes.
Good. He goes into his, as he's walking, he gets over to this back wooden wall. This chest here, he kind of just like slides over to the side, like pushes
He
it with his
pushed it.
foot.
Okay, I thought he was gonna just open and pull
Make
up.
a perception
Big
check real
Bertha.
quick as well.
Yeah. Natural 19, so 28.
Okay. The way he moves that chest, you don't think you should try to open it.
Okay.
He just kind of like gingerly pushes it to the side, goes into his side and grabs a knife. There he takes a key and sets it up and then slams it up against the wooden wall. This be the key to the vault. He walks back around, turns over with the pistol that he pulls out.
He is so
The
cool,
room
though.
that we were just in. I'm sure that you found me chambers in there. The office space. There's a false wall on the north side.
Damn, I would have found that.
The key to open it. You should make another initiative check.
You can use 0 points.
Yeah, it's not bad, but might as well make sure I go first. 20, 25. He's like 1 HP.
He definitely looks pretty damn hurt. You'd imagine that's why he's trying to parlay and negotiate for his life.
Understood.
Okay, what'd you get?
25. He doesn't even hit me, he's just killing you. So, oh, my bad, my bad. I'm sorry.
Were you just staying
Instinct.
We're gonna move her.
I moved to the middle of the room.
here? Like here?
Yeah.
At that point, after he slams the key into the wall and turns around and lets you know where it's at. So, Ander, what kind of boy are you now? You start combat.
My man!
Big, strong man.
Scammed?
It's okay. It'd be funny if you got the one that told me what you do.
My first attack's at disadvantage. Okay, just gotta test the level of shakes I'm at.
Calm. Fully calm.
Okay, this one will be just a normal attack.
Okay, disadvantage.
Oh, a natural 20 and an 18. That hurts so much.
That was like right. That's fucked up.
Still an 18.
Plus.
It hits.
Yeah, 30,
Yeah,
32. Yeah. I can't remember. I'm fucking. I'm so nervous. That one did. Ew. 10 damage. Then, the next two attacks with sharpshooter.
It's at 10.
One's 20. The other one's
Hits.
the other one's 18.
Hits. Oh wait, sorry. 18 misses.
Does he
20
have any reduced AC or anything?
He still has the -1 from Azrael's brand, because that's not like something that he feels and can be like, take that off me kind of deal. But yeah, one of those hit.
Oh, why am I rolling
18
2 dice?
misses.
I'm trolling. Then I went to.
You got this. I believe in you.
Oh my god, I'm rolling so bad! 19!
Damage.
Yeah. I rolled 2 1s. The first one was a 1 and a 2. I'm gonna die!
You start. What is Ander doing for the first attack? Did you stand there and he says what he says? What is he doing immediately for your attacks? Explain it.
He'll, like. I don't know what the fuck that's called. Flurry
Like,
the cards.
like a waterfall kind of thing?
Yeah, he'll like waterfall the cards.
Okay.
And once he claps them together, he'll throw all 3 of them really quick. And then I'll like roll backwards towards the barrels. Give like a little.
So you're against him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you're flourishing them, there's this blue energy that kind of flicks like in between the cards, just from them being the magic kind of cards that they are. As you flourish them one last time and he says that, you kind of focus, look forward, and then hold them all to where you just grab 3, and then throw all 3 of them, put the deck back into your side, and then as they start flying outward, the one card just like puffs and vanishes, but the other 2 slam into his chest.
And then I'm no boy anymore. That's it.
They slam into his chest, and as they do, he just kind of already then takes the 2 pistols from his side and then shoots.
Please miss. Please don't hit me.
First
Please
one.
miss.
17.
Hits.
Second one. 31.
That one definitely hits.
And the third one. Natural 20.
Oh fuck. Oh no.
First one, damage. 14.
Not too bad.
13.
Did he hit all 3? I thought he missed one.
And then the crit. God damn it. 15.
14, 15.
Yeah, that's weird. It would have been cool if they went in order, but they didn't. The first 2 shots that he takes, as he pulls the pistols out, there's this. The first 2 hit almost in the same spot, kind of patterned on your right shoulder. Thankfully, not your throwing arm, but you feel something inside of your shoulder crack and break from the bullet hitting it.
Ow.
It causes you to kind of tear up a little bit and almost want to scream out and crying in pain. And then the third shot that he takes actually slams into your midsection, and you feel blood immediately start to pool from it. You feel your hands kind of shake, and you're going to reach for the cards. A bit shaky there, are we, boyo? And then he starts running.
Fuck, he sees it! He sees me in real life!
He runs this way as he's doing it. He just kind of like takes their, grabs the third one, and then sidearm shoots that one.
Ah, nice. Love to see that.
Did you reshuffle your cards in between?
Nope.
Oh.
7. Please, not bad. Okay, it's no luck. That's fine. I'll take it. That's okay. Alright, they're all just normal attacks.
Are you doing sharpshooter?
19 to hit. Anything above 10. They're all sharpshooter.
Alright.
Ah, it's so unlucky.
You have any luck left?
No. And I'm out of here, dice. He said 17's not gonna hit. One of them's a 25.
Hits.
Okay. 10, 7, 27.
27. Damage?
Yeah.
Shit.
And then make my way around the barrels.
Okay, to like the backside.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
You didn't say
Like
what the
here?
rules were. Why am I on the barrels?
I'm becoming a fighting.
Run away! I'm
I'm
gonna
just gonna set these like this
That
so
works.
it's easier. But
I'm gonna crouch against it and put my
Move
back
Connor off to
against
the
it.
side.
okay. Oh yeah. Connor, you see him run over there? This one. But you're probably already over there anyways. Okay.
It's like, hey, I can hit this guy pretty easy.
He's like, he fires 2 shots, and one just
He's like,
happens to hit Connor.
Sorry.
Alright, sorry.
He's like, what's up?
Roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 12. I don't know.
Okay. In the time that you guys walked down, Zarvax killed this guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can give him a charge in the axe.
No, cool.
Oh, nice.
0 to 1.
Poor guy.
And then he teleported. Holy shit, Zarvax is different.
Yeah.
He does hit different.
Skills are not the same.
He can see you, but you have half cover at the very least.
Does he have
Oh,
sharpshooter?
you said you were tucked against the thing, right? Okay, so you got 3/4 cover. He does not have sharpshooter.
Oh, easy. What do I get, like +5 to my
5
AC?
your AC, yeah.
This might actually help, we'll see.
Okay.
He did hit me with a 32 last time. But also a 17.
First shot. He's still like going into the jacket and pulling pistols out. You see as he's running over there, he pulls 2 out. Once he gets over there, he takes his foot on the leg of the table, pulls it to him, and then just like kneels down and just shoots at your shoulder.
So, Doc, don't let him see you use a potion.
21.
21? Doesn't hit. With the plus.
The first shot you hear, and then you hear this boom next to your ear as wood splinters from the barrel, and you kind of shudder your shoulder a little bit. You go to like almost like peek and see where he's like sitting. Natural 20.
That will hit. That's 2 natural 20s. I've only hit twice.
It's 17 points piercing damage.
I mean, you probably could hit every time if you didn't.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm...
As you go to like roll your
I
shoulder
do
out
a
and
lot
peek,
of fucking damage with my sharpshooter.
as you go to roll your shoulder out and peek, a bullet slams into that same shoulder that you had blood and like what sounded like a bone chip come off of, and you feel the blood splash up against your face, and then you reach back and hold your shoulder as best you can. He's going to take that
But I feel like
third shot.
overtime, hitting all 3 shots every round does more.
Yes.
Natural 1. The first 2 shot you hear, and then on the third one you hear blast. Then he chucks the pistol over to the side and then ducks down against the table.
It does make... I think it does make more sense than not sharpshooter, because I get 9 every time one of my cards hits.
It is
It's up to you.
right away. I mean, it's either more damage right away or
More damage over time.
Please, not what I think it is.
a warlock for years. Dots are really good.
You're stunned.
I'm stunned.
Oh
It was the
no!
first...
Off the
no.
first one? Could have pulled from
No,
the
it'd been
top.
the...
Last
Would have been the
one.
last one. Oh, thank God. I'm probably gonna die off of that though.
Aren't you?
Well, you can drink a potion before.
Well, they're not.
No, I already did my attacks.
They're not crits. They're just.
Well, did you roll
Do your attacks.
I already drew the cards, so it'd
Be
be kind of
very
cheap
metagaming
to...
if you
Yeah, it'd
roll
be
them.
really cheap. 8.
Can't be stunned for the next
Real,
round.
real damage for your next attack. If you hit, use whichever roll is higher.
If they're the same, Adam.
Yeah. I'm gonna just sharpshooter. Oh, that's a D12.
Hey,
I missed both. This is a terrible idea.
Both shots you missed?
Yep, and then I'm stunned.
Okay. As you take the cards and throw them, you take the third one and lift it up towards your head, and you feel this like reverberate, like this huge explosion next to your head that causes you to actually fall up against the barrels.
well, they aren't crits unless he runs up to you. So.
Okay.
Are range attacks not crits?
No,
No.
not unless
No,
you're
you
in
have to be
melee.
within 5 feet.
He doesn't know I'm stunned.
Correct.
And you would
Just think you're a
still,
poor shot.
you would still technically have the +5 from hiding behind the barrels, because it's not like you can stand up and get any taller.
First shot at advantage. Natural 20.
I'm so fucking dead.
Second
It's
shot.
crazy.
22
That misses. Oh no, it hits exactly my AC.
and 19.
That one misses.
Okay. The crit. 15 points of piercing damage. That's not high at all. 7 for the pistol on the second one.
Please say start.
You're like
Start, thank
as you
God.
slam against the barrels and are stunned, your arm kind of dangling out. He just takes the pistols and just takes 3 just wild shots at it. There's blood kind of splattering against that back wall that you guys can see, and then you can also see what appears to be some like pieces of wood that are getting broken and shattered about.
Right side, can't stun myself again.
Take your potion first.
Yeah, no, I was going to.
Come on, Ander! I'm expecting more than that out of you.
And he's talking shit, boys. I can't compete.
You're letting him get in your head.
It's already in my head. He's been in my head.
He's only as much in your head as you let him be.
I'm gonna drink a potion first.
Okay.
Seven, 4, 17, 25. Okay. And then I'm gonna attack him twice. Non-sharpshooter.
Okay. You can't stun yourself anymore, so
Yeah.
why not?
4. Next time I take an attack, I suffer the die damage. I'm getting fucked by myself. And that one's going to miss too. 24.
It's
The other one's a 16.
misses.
Well, 19 damage.
19.
I'll take 12. Oh. Huh?
He did.
I have,
drank a
I
potion?
have a single potion left too.
How much did you heal from it?
You had 5.
I gave one to him, and I drank 2 before the fight. Then I just drank one. I think it was like 24.
All right.
I have every single roll has been awful.
The
Did you try to switch
Nightshade
dice?
being behind the table,
You try switching dice?
you can't even see him right now. But where the table is, you know that if you were to throw the card and arc it straight around and hit, that it would land on him. Disrespecting his hat like that. You take the cards and throw them over to the side. Your shoulder, your right shoulder hurting the way it is. You go to throw a card from it. As you go to throw a card from your right shoulder, you like drop it and like and realize that you can't really use it to make any throws right now just from it getting shot. So you're taking the cards from your left and then throwing them that way. The one that you throw actually finds its way around and slams into Nightshade. Unsure of where it hits him, but you kind of hear out, "Ah, Ender, you're actually pretty good with these cards, eh? Not better than me though."
The metal ones, Jared. The metal ones.
And he is going to shoot you.
Fuck!
Light rules aren't there.
He doesn't have the metal ones here! Everything's going downhill!
Just use your dice.
I can't roll! Okay. God, it's
I
fine.
think those are shops.
Are these Shabs?
Yeah.
I stole Shabs. This is why it makes sense. No wonder they suck. Where's Brian's?
Use your dice. Brian's are right next to you in that Crown Royal bag.
Is that
The
Brian?
gray one on the...
Damn it. Try to steal Shabs dice. Those didn't work.
He's going to shoot you.
Okay, shoot me.
3 shots.
How about one?
One shot.
24.
Oh my God.
You missed a shot?
I don't think so.
Shit. Yeah. 24, 22, and 31.
They all hit.
15.
I don't care. Whatever. They're just dice. They're dice. There's
15,
nothing.
6.
They always roll different.
27 points of piercing damage total from all three.
I'm gonna use a potion. That was his whole turn, right?
Yep. He's throwing pistols out in front of him. Come on, Boyle, you're making this too easy.
28.
Drink another potion.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. Oh, Ace of Hearts, thank God. I think so. Where the fuck is Ace of Hearts? Hit my... Okay. One of the cards I don't do damage with, but it'll heal me at least a little bit. And 3s plus 1. 4. Not worth it, actually.
4 more health than he has before.
Could have done 9 damage minimum, though. And this one. Sharpshooter. Misses.
All right.
That wouldn't even have hit normally. I'm pretty sure half of the ones I've rolled would not have hit normally.
Why are you rolling so bad?
I don't know.
The one card flies out and slams against like the back wood. You hear Nightshade shout out again. Ah, yes, just as I thought, Boyle. Worthless, like the rest of Redwater. As I told ye, sand beneath my feet. You're starting to perturb me now. This is it for you. And he's gonna take 3 more shots at you. Do one at a time. This one will be a 20... Nope, 19.
Miss.
This one will be 18.
Total?
Yeah.
Misses.
What's your... Oh, you got
Yeah,
cover.
recover.
18 again.
Misses. Thank God he didn't fuck it. He rolled bad in 1 turn.
As he sits up and goes to shoot, you see the pistols he's taking out and just... As he does that, he actually reaches back down into his side and pulls out the revolver now. As you can see that it doesn't seem he has any more of the just random flintlocks in his side. So he pulls out the golden revolver now and is holding that and then ducks back behind the table.
Oh. King's close. On a hit, that doesn't... knocks him prone, but we'll see.
If you hit.
Yeah, if I hit. I have greater potions. Okay. What is a greater healing? 4
Greater,
or
4.
Greater 4d4 plus 4.
Fuck it. Maybe I shouldn't say fuck it. I already rolled all. I already grabbed all 3.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna attack him 3 times.
Okay. Normal or sharpshooter?
Just normal ones.
Okay.
19 is the lowest.
Not all of them hit then.
Oh, thank God.
With the -1 from...
Would have missed. I would have missed all of those with sharpshooter.
Yeah, Azrael's -1 brings it to 19 AC.
He has to make a strength save. Or be knocked prone, so pretty much doomed.
15.
He makes it. Yeah. Helps him, if anything. I rolled really good. 17, 21, 31, 38, 21, 59.
You got games on that calculator? You on a Doom over there?
Don't talk about Redwater.
You stand up as you yell that and go to lift your right arm again and can't, so you just take from your left and just start throwing the cards. You see him like just peeking down at that point after he pulls the revolver out and goes to put his back down, and you just throw all 3 cards right into his back, and it causes him to fall flat on his face. Then you hear him kind of like spitting. All right then, Ender.
Finally, a turn that wasn't
As he's sitting up
completely
against
dog shit.
sitting up against the table, you hear him yelling out, "You know, you and I are not much different there, Ender. Came from nothing, shit circumstance. We made something of ourselves. Unfortunately, one of us has to die here today. I don't plan on it being me. He stands up, holds the pistol, and then reaches up towards the ceiling and shoots one of the barrels. Let's see if he actually hits the barrel, though.
This is cheating.
All right, the barrel falls down, kind of like here.
God! Whoa!
Behind the other barrels?
Yeah, behind the other barrels. Zarvarax, watching the barrel like fall down to the thing and it being right in front of him, he just goes over and picks it up and throws it away, just out of instinct. Just grabs it and throws it, and the Nightshade, not even paying attention because he can't hit the barrel on the other side, just goes back to you and takes 2 shots at you.
Hey, move that barrel. Move that barrel. Hey, get the right there.
So it's like here.
He made a lane with your
He
Hey, you
shoots
give a little roll
as
there. I'm just saying.
As he shoots the barrel from the ceiling, I'm just gonna have you roll a d20. 15. Okay. You don't completely jump out from behind the barrels, but where it lands, you just instinctually move to get away from it to where you go from 3/4 to half cover. So he pretty much just takes you out of the way of it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even seem like he was actually shooting it to try to shoot the barrel. It was almost to get you out of there. And then as you come out, he takes 2 shots at you.
I think so.
Yeah, +2. So I don't think that one's gonna hit. That's a 15.
Hits. I'm just kidding.
And then this one is a 30.
That one also misses. The first one hits, second one misses.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Anti-shields, though, so the lower the
13
hit.
points of piercing damage.
13. Hey, don't look at my HP, okay? Look somewhere else.
He shoots that, and then as you jump out, there he be. Takes the 2 shots. Wood splinters into your face before one of them actually, like you jumping out, slams into the upper part of your back, still in your right shoulder. Your right shoulder at this point feels like it just can't even be lifted. There's blood oozing from it all over the place. You're starting to feel like your vision's getting a little bit blurry, and you can see Nightshade standing up after he takes the 2 shots at you, just kind of like
losing it.
sitting there chuckling. He's standing up right now, just taking the pistol back, going to sit down. You're like jumped out a little bit and just got shot in your shoulder. Your vision's blurry, but it focuses and you can see him out in front of you. It's your turn.
I'm high behind the barrel again.
Okay.
Drink one of these graters.
All right.
I'm glad I had the potion bag. It would have been 8, 9 +4, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing that right. And I'll attack him twice.
Okay.
Oh shit! Queen and ace. The amount of dog shit luck I had at the beginning.
Dog shit luck, huh?
This one teleports to him.
You can throw it wherever you want though, because you know what it does.
What if I went above him?
Like up there?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know where you would see the card fly, but
You wouldn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and throw it onto the higher balcony.
Okay. Where do you want to be up here? You're super accurate with your cards.
Where he can't see me.
Okay, so like back here?
Yep, and then, that's actually the second one. The first one just hits.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna roll to see if it crits or not.
Sharpshooter?
Okay. Sharpshooter? Is that cheating?
I mean, it automatically hits though.
It automatically hits?
Yeah, that's what the card, it automatically
you
hits.
put sharpshooter on that then, that makes sense.
Sharpshooter.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were like re-rolling some sort of advantage you had or something.
No, that's what the...
It just works.
9, 16, 26.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna crouch down up here.
And never find me up here.
What does he do?
Keep shooting
The card.
Are there barrels in there?
No.
Oh.
The card.
Okay.
How are you throwing the card that teleports you?
Since the other one's the first one,
Mm-hmm.
I'll make like a big show of it with one hand, and
Okay.
with the other one, I'll throw it like.
Your right arm's fucked up right now.
Oh, you're right.
In a big circle. Like so it goes up and above.
I guess I could still do like a big show with one hand, and then the other one I'll just do like a flick of the wrist and throw
Okay.
the other one.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Wait. Is this
Do it.
Dex. Oh, you get
deception insight? Fuck it.
damn, I feel like
Sleight of hand makes so much sense.
yeah,
I'm so dumb. I don't think it matters. That's a 23.
Okay. Your shoulder hurting, you take your first card and throw it, but you also have another card that's in your hand, so when you're coming around your back, you chuck it around to where it flies over to the top part and lands down there. It hits the back side of it, and when you teleport down, you kind of land on like an elbow a little bit, just from you throwing your card and not having both. It's not super loud, but you kind of hit. You're breathing heavy. You can see the blood actually falling down onto the ground in front of you, and it's not falling down in like little blobs. It's like these big gouts of blood that are just like splashing onto the ground. You go to lift up to like reach at your shoulder, but it seems so sensitive, like almost like a cut that you may have, like you don't even want to touch it. Your hand's just kind of shaking around it. You're taking breaths. You can feel your heart is like pounding in your chest. Your stomach feels sick right now, and you start to hear. The first shot you hear makes you kind of jump and hold yourself, like a quick squeeze, just a reaction, and you hear like wood kind of. Come on, Ander, let's finish this. It's your turn.
Got him.
And you can hear him, after he takes those 3 shots, he clicks the chamber back, and you can hear him like with the bullets loading him into the chamber.
Alright. So you gotta make a wisdom saving throw or be charmed if I hit the third card or the first card. Just a normal throw. Oh, I forgot my gambling points. Maybe I shouldn't use them. Yeah, probably not a great idea. Next hit, I suffer the card damage. 20 to hit.
It's
So he's gotta make a wisdom save. And I take 12 damage.
well done.
5.
He's charmed!
Yeah.
Do you become uncharmed after you get hit again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're leaving him charmed or if you're going to hit him.
I draw 3 cards.
Okay. With the first one, you can make him do something though.
Shoot him something. No, I'm just
They can't do it.
Yeah, I know.
But I mean, it's like the same thing with the teleport. You would know you did it, so
Yeah.
you could do something else.
Like you
I don't
can
know.
still attack him, but like I don't like make him step out or something. I'm just giving you suggestions so you're not wasting it.
Till you can see him, and then
How far away? Oh, I could just stop and make him
Could
open that.
you-
Can I make him just walk to this barrel?
Make him empty out his
Walk over to this barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to yell it out to him. You throw the first card and you hear it like kind of hit him, and then it's silent for like a good 20 or so seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah, like he's not trying to move around. He just seems to be sitting still. You think
Hey.
the charm worked?
Hey, Nightshade, you want to make your way over to that barrel?
You can hear him trying to fight it. Yep.
Then can I use my other 2 attacks to hit the barrel?
Yeah.
My cards are fire, by the like have fire damage.
Okay.
I forgot about it. You could also just tell him to shoot them.
I don't think they can do
Yeah, I don't
things
think
that will cause them harm.
Well,
It's like kill yourself, but they won't do that.
So the barrel.
Okay, somebody else look at this dice and tell me if it's
Natural
cocked.
20?
It's a natural 20, but it's kind of cocked.
Let me see it.
I don't see it.
It's this one.
no, it's not.
It's not.
It is leaned a little
That's
bit.
not cocked.
Okay. I natural 20'd the barrel though, so.
Double barrel damage.
I was just making sure I'm not cheating.
That's how it felt.
So I need you to roll 5d10 2 times.
Why don't I
5d10 fire and 5d10
Am I out of
piercing.
the
Oh.
radius of the
Yeah, it's only 10 feet.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Actually, you're right.
You're like right at
It's
the
a
edge.
casualty of
Oh, is
war.
it fire though?
Half of it's fire. 5d10's fire, 5d10's piercing.
Fire. 18, 22, 27 for the fire.
Okay.
And then for the pierce. 28 for the pierce or yeah, fire. Pierce, whatever the
After
one.
making him walk over to it, you can hear him like grunting and fighting it the whole way. You hear him mumbling under his breath, but he just can't get the words out. You step over to like the edge of the balcony and see him standing there next to the barrel. You take the card up in your left hand and kind of hold it between your fingers and look down at him. He looks up at you for this moment, and there's this quick little bit where he knows that this is it. How do you want to do this with the barrel?
Holy shit.
You see this kind of cocky boldness leave his eyes, and there's this moment that you never thought you'd see in his face where he realizes that this is his last moment.
Can I backflip off the balcony and throw both the cards as I'm falling?
Yes. You kind of do this thing towards the edge where you just walk back and then let yourself fall, and as you're falling, kind of tuck, so you brace your landing a little bit, and then as you're falling, you see the card, like the barrel behind you, and then throw both of them side by side. You can see this mix of blue and red as the blue from the magic and the red from the fire are mixing together. Slams into the barrel, and there's this brief moment where it just slams into the wood, and then the second it makes its way through, there's this like... It blows up outward. Moldrak, you just kind of lift your arm up for a second and shield it. Everybody else shields their eyes too. You falling to the ground almost in like a 3-point, but it's like a little stumbled. It's a pretty high drop, but nonetheless you land and hit. You don't look behind you. You just know that there's no way he survived it. You help yourself up with one hand and turn around. You can see Nightshade on the ground. The whole side of his right is just charred and burnt. His arm is gone. Part of his hip is actually exposed. You can see bone, and there's blood slowly oozing from it. The side of his throat is like charred and burnt. He's kind of... Good job, boyo. He spits up. You can see the blood coming out, and also soot mixed with it. Shoots a bullet up towards the ceiling.
Fucker.
It explodes outward. The ceiling starts to tumble and break and fall down on top of you guys. Pieces of wood are falling. You can see that the beams are starting to crack. The roof just starts to take fire. It doesn't seem like it's
You can just walk around it.
intense. And the fire that was over at the side where you guys originally came in seemed like it slowed on the wood. Like it just wasn't hot enough to actually like keep burning the whole roof down. Yeah, it just kind of went out and fizzled, but the wood there's burnt. But the ceiling is like coming down in here, and just like a quick glance of it, where you are immediately looks fucked. Like you need to get out of there. So you guys all at the edge have no issues. First,
fly on myself.
Okay.
Fly towards the key to grab.
okay.
What about the guy who just backflipped in the middle of the room?
The ceiling coming down, it's hard
Pick a
for
band
you
around the way
to
over.
like get out of here. You're kind of like limping.
Let him finish his backflip, he just-
It's hard to even see any of them as they've just made their way out and like slipped
Not
through
worrying
here.
about his injuries. I'm pulling him whatever arm he's got
Okay.
free.
Yeah.
Rips my fucking arm off. I'm just standing in the middle of the room while the ceiling's falling.
You're like holding your side and keeping your shoulder there. You see Connor just flying forward, these stars like bursting behind him. There's fire everywhere that's just falling from the ceiling. The wooden beams are coming down. Moldrak, you guys all push your way into here. As you're pushing your
I'll get
way...
everybody behind me, and then I'm going to use control flame to keep like a space open for them to come through.
Okay. As that's happening, you go over to the key and just kind of like yank it off of the chain that it was on, just kind of breaks. You're holding the key. You just like put it in a pocket or something or whatever. Or one hand.
And
Yeah.
in the other, and we fly up and out the top.
Azrael's gonna grab his scimitar.
Okay. Okay. Make a dex save for Azrael.
The cemetery.
The water scimitar. Somebody had to grab it. I'm flying.
I'm flying.
It's cocked.
So roll it again.
That was actually.
Yeah, that one was. Dex?
Yep.
23.
23. Okay. Azrael, you watch him just burst into the fire as he sees Nightshade down on the ground. He runs over and picks the scimitar up, and then just starts running out. He grabs the scimitar and like the scabbard that it goes in, just kind of like yanks it off his belt,
I'm gonna
sheathes it, and starts
get
running.
everybody to run out and up the stairs back towards Nightshade. so-
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the right notebook. Yeah, I think so. Shit, maybe it's not. I'll find it. Okay, but as the ceiling is just coming down, you feel Connor just scoop you up by your hip as you're like limping and leaning forward. The two of you make your way over, and you can see that there is just this torrent of fire that's coming off of the wall, and then the ceiling itself, there's like this rail that kind of fell down, and it doesn't look like you could go up and over because so much heat probably banked up top where that is, but you can see Moldrak kind of on a knee, pulling away to form this wide enough circle for you to fly into, but you just realize it's really not going to hit. You just fly up this way and go out there, because you pick him up and then see that and just go back this way.
Yes.
Moldrak, you see them go up that way and just kind of close it, and then
Start running.
more of the ceiling kind of falls in. You hear another explosion occur, and you can actually see like towards the outside of where the doors were, one of the rails kind of like beams from the ceiling slams into it and splits it and breaks, and you can see over in that direction there's just like these dark blobs that are quickly moving through that main hall area.
Okay.
You can't really hear too much because of this fire just crackling around you, but you'd imagine that they pretty much broke into there somewhat,
Okay.
and that you guys probably don't have a ton of time, but with the fire and everything right here, have more time than you would have originally.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start running back towards where we know, or where the vault is supposed to be.
Got it. Give me a second. I gotta grab that notebook. I thought that was it. It's got all of the shit in it. This is it.
Oh, that's the notebook for sure.
Oh, this is
That is definitely the notebook.
Wait, I don't know actually.
It might not be.
No, this isn't it.
Yeah, no, I knew that wasn't it. I don't even know why you picked it up.
Definitely.
Definitely it. Definitely.
That's
it.
For sure the notebook.
This is the notebook.
Yeah.
See, I
Yeah,
called
we
it
called
first
that
try.
way early. Way early. I was like, purple one. I don't know if anybody heard me,
I
but
swear,
I said,
were all three purple? There was at least two purple.
All three of them are purple.
no, one of them was
Or
black.
two of them are purple, one's black.
I said it was one of the purple ones.
It was definitely the one on the bottom shelf. I don't know if you guys know.
I was the only one left.
Here it is. Okay. You guys make your way up into that area, and it gets quiet. The explosions have dulled. You can still hear the crackling fire, the occasional shout or commotion on the outside of the building that you're in, but once you get into that room, you've already kind of tossed it around. But you make your way in there.
As soon as I get in the room and see everybody, I'm like, all right, we don't have a lot of time. Those creature things are in here. Is there, how many doors are in this room?
So
It's Nightshade's bedroom? Is that where he told us to go?
So his bedroom has like
An
a
office.
separate office
Okay.
attached to it. That's where he told you to go.
Okay.
And there's one door that leads into that, and I
Okay.
believe there may be another.
There's two doors. There's one into the war room and one into this room.
Wait, so is the war room the room with
Where the
the...
fuck is
The war
my
room was the
copy
room
of
that-
Well, show him the picture. I think that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. Okay. Oops.
You might have to turn my phone because I did take it.
Yeah, so the metal door into the war room is pretty much like what you guys have made your way into, like that doorway
Okay,
there. You're in
so
the war room itself.
Got it.
Yeah.
That's where it was.
Once you get in there,
I'm going to use, as soon as we're inside the door, I'm going to use dancing lights, and you can use it to make a humanoid shape. So I'm just basically going to create a guard at the door.
okay, got it. Makes sense. You guys piled in there. The ceiling over here as well is just a little bit charred, nothing crazy, enough to like get out if need be.
Okay.
But you look inside of here, and you guys were already in here very briefly. There were a lot of scrolls, like random documents, books, whatever. But on the far back side, you realize that in comparison to the way that the entire house itself or estate is built, that this room is quite small. So that far northern side, you like make your way over to it and start just like looking around, pushing shit out of the way. You get into what appears to be this middle section of the bookshelf and can see that there is like a keyhole that's against that. So like you move some shit off of the shelves and find a keyhole that's in the middle.
Does it
We
fit?
just,
It fits.
we just close the vault and then go to Arcanoria.
Open it up.
You don't have
There's-
Naris with you.
Open up.
Yep,
Yeah, but
Whatever
you're
way.
right.
She will be okay. This is true.
You put the key in and turn it. As you turn the key, you hear this like,
Can we send her some message?
and you can hear a bunch of
Anybody have
like gears that are turning and turning around. As they are, the door itself kind of like pushes in, and then in the middle of it splits and goes into the sides of the wall. The room that you make your way into has a hallway to it that has on both sides what appears to be like these display type cases of these huge skulls of certain sea monsters. You can see one's very long and serpentine with these toothy kind of fangs at the very front of it. You can see that there is another one that just has like this almost boulder shaped skull that looks like it's about yay thick all the way around, and then has these two eye sockets here, and then this kind of very rigid looking jaw.
Any Kraken still?
No, not again.
Different.
Ain't got
After you
Kraken
get
Slayer in his
past
title.
that,
That's all this
There are a
noticing.
couple of cannons that are actually just sitting in this room, like over to the side.
Tanks and cannons.
There are
Sorry, no.
hundreds of
Everyone
like
knows. They're stupid. It's
just
true.
random bits and trinkets all over.
Last guy who tried to 1v1 me got his ass beat.
They're not the same. They're different.
And there are probably about 6 or so chests that are just sitting in the corner on these large shelves that are just kind of stacked
You
up.
say 5 dozen?
At least.
What?
We don't have that many.
Many of the chests have different symbols or stamps of
This-
kingdoms.
This a coin and we just start pushing chests through the fucking
A
thing.
lot of the chests that you see, actually all of them have a symbol from a certain kingdom. None of them are just like a random chest that doesn't have anything on it. All of the chests seem to have been stolen at some point or another from somewhere.
This, like this.
All varying sizes.
Okay.
Most of them are quite like larger chests. You see that there is one spot towards the back where there are about 8 or so almost like gun safe cabinet type looking individual things. Some of them have the nice crafted rifles on them. Some of them just have what appear to be really ornate looking weapons. You see
What-
Zarbrax make his way to
What
the
is
back.
this vault made of?
It's like a kind of like iron type of alloy, if you will.
All the way around.
From all like the sides. And the top doesn't seem to be iron.
What is the top?
It maybe like a wood. You're not really too sure.
Well, the roof's not like super on fire anymore where we're at.
Yeah. Like I said, it didn't spread
just
very
leave
far
it.
from where you started.
We kind of know how to get back.
There is a moment where you see Zarbrax inside of
We
here
could,
just kind of gets super compelled towards the back and starts like walking. You can see his face is like straight. He almost has purpose.
Oh.
As he gets over towards the back wall, he reaches up towards one of those cabinets and has his hand on it. You can see there's like glass, but inside of it there's just like a bunch of random like wooden quarterstaffs that have like these intricate designs on them. But there's one large kind of long handle that would appear to be the one that you're after. You can see this lightning bolt at the bottom of it, this very, very rigid metallic stone mixture of a lightning bolt that fixes the bottom. As he puts his hand against it, he just punches and then reaches in and yanks it out, the glass kind of shattering over to the sides as he holds it. You watch this surge of lightning just rush up his arm as he
That's
holds
just
it,
from the
and then
handle.
it kind of shocks and he's holding it, grabs it with both hands and then is like holding, and it just shoots up through the ceiling a little bit. As it shoots up through the ceiling, he kind of holds it and you hear him just like screaming, trying to contain all of the power that's surging through him. You watch his arms kind of swelling up, this vein shoots up his side of his arm, and his eyeballs are completely covered in like lightning, and you can actually see lightning kind of coming out the sides. You see blood start to slowly.
The sides of
fall
his
from
eyeballs?
like crackling outward from his face, like inside of his mouth. As he's yelling, the lightning crackles out from there. You can see a little bit of blood fall from the right nostril, and then he falls down to a knee. And then you watch it slowly start to subside before it looks like a mundane staff, and then he gives a tight squeeze, and then as he does the handle and all of the runes lights up. They're not like runes of like lightning, they're a bunch of what look like script in various languages, but he seems to have the handle to Storm's Rage.
Okay. I feel like Azrael would be grabbing weapons. I'm going to start looking through chests.
Okay.
I don't. Is there a plan to return this gold or no?
There's also on the
probably.
right side of this room, there is a quite sizable like bookshelf that has books and scrolls and papers and such on that. Yeah, make a quick
We
investigation.
did return all the other gold.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
One good deed. You know?
it doesn't.
But
you know,
we could skyship back here.
There's
and then just
also a
take the guy.
huge.
not if the monsters take over.
It-
Well, if it's
We could just
appears
light
to
up
be
the
a
area,
barrel,
right?
but it's iron. It has a lid on it. Moldrak, you make your way over and kind of pop it up. It is just full of gems, like all sorts of different gems.
We take that one.
Bag of holding.
That one we take for sure.
22. For
22.
investigation.
But we could just come back and
Very
light the
quickly,
area up.
you catch the titles of about 3 or so books that catch your attention. One of them is The Blood Moon and the Endless Night to Come, and you kind of just reach, grab that, and you're like, oh shit, that might be important. You throw that into your bag. There is a couple of other ones that, like, we'll get into in a little bit, but you just kind of grab that book and then 2 more next to it and shove it into there. You go through a bunch of, like, scroll papers and see that a lot of them are trade routes, and you can see at the bottom that you have a lot of evidence to actually incriminate that Corin Clydesdale individual, as many of these things are actually stamped by him, have his seal on them. There are trade routes. There's actual letters that are within here as well that are extremely incriminating and definitely seem that they could be of use to you, however you want to approach it. But you grab a couple of those and stuff them in like a bag that you may have. The other 2 books that you grabbed seem to also pertain in some way to the Blood Moon. You're not really sure 100% why you believe so. One of them is just like this very old kind of reddish leather back binding that doesn't have a title or anything on it, but something about it just kind of is compelled to you. This bookshelf that you're looking at too, you're imagining that this shit has just been collected over time or randomly fallen into his hands. He doesn't seem to have use for it or any connection to it in any way. So that thought in any sort of way is completely out of your mind. You don't think that at all. You just think that it's happenstance that you happen to come across it. So you grab that stuff and kind of chuck it in. Everybody's just kind of grabbing shit and looting what they can and grabbing at random stuff.
We get the gems, and then I'm just gonna try and empty a few of the chests into the bag of holding.
Pretty much whatever.
I'm gonna look for ones with like the most platinum in them,
Okay.
or like higher, mostly gold and platinum.
Okay.
This guy got a brain on him.
Every chest that's in here is full of gold.
Okay.
The
I'll just-
only ones that you find that are of a different currency seem to be some of the old guard chests, and those are like Ethereum type base.
I'll just do
currency.
gold then. I'll see, how much I can get.
Okay.
I can't remember.
So we're gonna have to restock on a lot of
I
stuff.
think.
Yeah. You're just like dumping
Yeah.
the chests in.
Yeah.
Like handfuls, or trying to
I'm
grab the
out
chest
first.
and just dump it into the bag.
I'm just gonna open up the bag, set it on the ground, and pour.
Okay.
Hopefully that will
Definitely,
be fast.
many of the coins are just
Yeah.
falling to the ground, but you're just one chest after the other, grabbing and dumping it into there.
Those books I popped open my horrible bookshelf, put them on it, popped it back in my hand, put it tucked in my pocket.
Got it. Okay, what else is in here? You can see that there are, these catch your attention, Moldrak, as you're grabbing at the chest.
Yeah.
At the bottom part, there are large crates, probably a good, I'd say like 4 feet, or like rectangles, 4x3s,
I'm
and
just gonna-
each one of them is just loaded with iron bars inside of them.
We might have to come back.
We have to come back.
Yeah. All right.
It's just-
We have the key. We can just close the vault.
I'm trying to think of how we get back here without danger.
You hear
But this we can figure it out later.
You hear on the roof like a thud almost, and you can hear
Can I?
like a very loud kind of like wraith, like roaring,
Okay.
super fucking loud. You can hear mumbles of like Neris shouting,
Yeah.
but you don't really know what she's saying because you're inside
All
of the
right.
walls.
It takes her 10 minutes to make him small again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think we want him.
But if we were gonna go to
I
Arcanoria,
think it's
he
He's
can't.
fine there.
Yeah, but he can't just walk through. Can he go through the portal as a big dragon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I do think it's better that we take the boat then.
Boat?
Captain the boat.
Oh, like leave that way? I mean, I can get us back to the water. We're gonna have to walk on top of it back to wherever we're going. Because there's no way that
We
little
didn't,
dinghy.
we didn't anchor those down.
There's no way the dinghy survived like the heavy waves.
Want to make a perception check?
Yeah.
Fuck, I almost got it.
28.
28.
Natural 19.
You hear kind of echoing through the upstairs. It seems to be coming from downstairs. This like
We have to go. Those creatures. Those creatures that are in the house. They
you start
are
hearing like
getting closer.
scraping
How-
against wood and metal.
How are we getting out of here?
If we leave the vault, we can go out through the ceiling. I'm pretty sure there's a hole in the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just leave the vault and lock it. We can come back.
We got any way to get to Neris?
Just down the
Just
roof.
up on the roof.
Okay, hopefully
Throw
she
you
just
guys
sees
up out of
us.
the hole.
You hear another.
All right, I'm pulling people out.
I'm running.
I say use the key. I'll take it. I'll lock it, and while I'm locking it, I'm throwing people up out
Okay.
of the hole.
Yeah. He's just lifting up and just people are jumping up. Zarbrax just takes and starts like climbing up the side. Shalonia does the same. He just runs up it. Azrael just gets a boost from you, so does Ander and then Connor, and you guys all get up to the roof, and you can hear it louder now. This and they start going over to the sides of the walls and are like climbing their way up. You can see only one of them has made its way fully up here. You fully get a look at it now. It's kind of furried, almost like Bigfoot looking. You can see a long jaw, almost snake-like, that has a bunch of sharp teeth. There's 4 or so eyes on the front that are just this deep orangish brown color. As they're jumping up, it lifts its mouth open and is like shouting out towards you, and it's like the tongue kind of swirls around and it's jumping with all of the 4 arms that it has and the legs. Jumps up and is like pretty much almost right behind you guys, and you're like getting over to the cliff as you jump down the side of the roof at this point. You can see that where you are, there's either going back towards the creatures that you can see just, at this point 15 or so of them have climbed over the side of the wall and just jumped off the roof towards you.
Okay.
And there's them, and then the cliff that leads over into the water.
Are we jumping?
Yeah, I'm fucking not fighting those fucking things.
I'm going to, before we jump, just throw my hands up and cast Wall of Fire to stop them. Like, I can just make a ring between us, like, from one part of the cliff around us to another part of the cliff
Is
before
this
we jump.
is it nighttime right now, or is the island just
Can't
always
tell.
dark? Okay.
It's
It
dark.
always seems to be dark. In the Sea of Salt itself, there's just such heavy cloud cover. You can't even see the sun.
So like we
or
just come back
anything
during
at
the
point.
day, but they don't
But
exist.
we can use light spells.
Yeah.
The creatures, as you throw the wall up, you guys look back and see all of them just climbing and running and making this terrible noise. All of you have this sense of fear, like, fuck, we need to go now. The 2 of you look back and just jump over the cliff as best you can, like running and jumping. You're like yelling at the same time, like looking at each other, like, "Ah!" Jump off. Zarvrax does the same and kind of jumps. Neris just flies down with Wraith, and Azrael jumps as well. Chelonia takes a moment to like make sure that you're fine, looks back at you. There's this moment where you're like, fuck, and then you just take and raise your hands across, and there's just a wall of them that are like jumping and running over to it. They like wince and throw their eyes away from it to where they scurry back against the side of the house, but you can see that there's a good amount of space to where like the whole 60 feet doesn't cover this back cliff edge. It's just
It's
like
just a small circle for us to
yeah,
jump.
just enough to like get the edge, and you can see like towards the edges of the cliff that there's a couple of the creatures that see you and just like make their way that way, but the fire just shudders them backwards. And you imagine that when you threw the wall up, they didn't see you guys jump off because
It's open.
and you also don't think that they would go towards the water just because they haven't before like swam all the way across. So your first instinct is just to get to there. So you just jump off. It's a long way down. It's a good 100+ feet. And as you're like falling, you hit the water, and the second you hit, there's like this you hear this like, and the water's pushing you around, the current, you're sloshing about, you catch.
Can I even swim up right
Hold
now?
on.
I'm one-armed.
You're like,
Can I see everybody?
it's a little difficult, but like everybody's fine for the most part that you can imagine. Everybody's making their way slowly up to the top. You have to kind of swim out a little bit, and it's very difficult. The only person you can see struggling right now is Ander, and that's because he's really with one arm.
I'm just
You can see him
gonna
keep like,
I'm gonna lift him up and just kind of one arm
yeah.
paddle through. But once I can see everyone, I'm gonna cast water walking. It's my last 3rd level, but
Okay,
I'm gonna use it so that we don't have to.
got it. And anchored out here, you do see the 2 boats.
Oh, they are here.
Nice.
Cool. Would it be faster to walk or paddle, though? That's the question. You think so?
You can definitely tell a couple of people don't seem like they want to walk at all.
All right.
Don't want to
Well,
paddle either, though.
If we have Nurse and Wraith, they could just fly some people to the other ships. Well, we paddle back, and I mean, eventually,
Ride.
she can get us, but
Yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to take. We can paddle directly now, that we don't have to make a super wide arc. All right, I'm gonna start paddling one, and I'm guessing Zara will start paddling another one back to the boats.
Yeah, you can hear this like this horn that just kind of keeps sounding, and you realize that you may have heard it a couple of times while you were in the building, just faintly,
Okay.
but now you're like making sense, like, oh, that must be what that was, and it's been
Yeah.
going on for a while. As you're paddling
Does
around,
it sound like we're going towards it?
yeah, that's
Oh.
you think it's the ships, that,
Okay.
like from the
Yeah,
captain
that's
and
what I
everything. As you're making your way around, the island itself looks pitch black, aside from the building on fire and the back part where your wall of fire is. But you can see faint movement every now and then, and you realize that there's probably 100 or more of those creatures that are just on the island, just on this shore's edge that you can see, and they're just kind of like standing at the edge with their arms at their sides, like looking out at the boats. A little scary looking.
Think anybody's alive on that island?
How far are we away from the shore?
Those creatures.
When you're paddling, you probably stay a good 300 or so
Nightshade.
yards out.
Nah, not for sure not.
His body's gone.
You can see several bolts that are in the side of the island. There are tents and huts that are just broken and in pieces everywhere, but mostly everything you see is silhouettes. That storehouse that was up at the top part is just completely wrecked and broken down. You can see that there are even a couple of like cannonballs that are still slowly rolling and they're just splashing down into the water from this pile of them that was sitting up there. You make your way over towards what you can see now are the ships, all gathered up. Maybe a few less than there were. No more than 2 probably. It seems that your plan of them staying at the shoreline and just firing in worked really well. Neris with you guys. As you're paddling, Wraith is just kind of in the middle, like flying above and then kind of behind. You can see that Wraith has a couple of like minor, maybe scratches or something, but you can see one of his legs seems like it has like a huge maim or tear down it, like something reached up and like grabbed him and may have tried to like
I
pull
feel
him
my
down.
boy. Fucking, my arms fucking.
You hear Neris kind of shouting out, whatever that things, or whatever those were on that island, I'm glad we didn't have to deal with them. One nearly took us out of the sky. We were flying at least 20 feet up.
Okay, airship may not work.
Right.
But
Well,
I can promise you that there are no more pirates. I really didn't even have to supply much cover from the sky. I just made my way back to the ship, and turns out Haberdash is kind of a dick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fletcher dealt with him. Everything's ready to go, though, and Sandon's waiting for you. He's all right. He's hungry, but he's all right.
I might need a minute. No, I was just gonna.
Chalon, you have any healing right now left?
Andrew's gonna fall back and like pass out.
Does he have any key points?
Was it just one key point?
You can use some to do like just like a touch.
This
Base
thing? Pool of healing?
Yeah, no, wait, no,
It says
not that one.
refresh on long rest.
There's a different one. Where's his sheet at? This one. He's got this heal soul. If he's got key left, I don't know if he does.
I think he does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so
He'll
he
use the rest of his key.
just heals your shoulder. It still hurts like a bitch. Oh, you can't lift it good. And you think you might have some sort of lasting injury for a little bit, but
18 health.
He's still just passed out on the deck.
yeah.
Does his injury seem like something that'll heal over time?
Yeah, it's definitely just one of those things.
Gotta
that
cut my arm off.
it'll work itself out, but
Well,
you can
no,
definitely
we have
tell
a-
it's
We have a
constantly
crazy,
sore.
super powerful potion.
That is true.
All right,
If it's not permanent.
Yeah.
you start getting closer to the ship. Ender is like passed out on there. You guys are also pretty battered and beat up.
Yeah.
Connor and Azrael look like they took a pretty heavy a beating from all of the bullets.
All of the bullets. Guys, I think we said
Zarbrax
it twice.
is also pretty sliced up more than anything. A couple of bullet holes. You can see that there's a lot of stains on your fur of just like red blood all over the place. Some of it is yours, you can imagine.
A fair amount of it.
Yeah.
Just like a big red cat
Yeah.
at this point.
But you get up to the side of the ship and have to kind of climb up to get up. Your shoulder right now is just not allowing it. You can probably like wrap your arm around someone's like neck to get carried up.
I'll just carry him up.
Okay.
I'll just stay down here. Just tie the boat together.
You make your way up, and Fletcher saw you guys kind of approaching. As you get up, you can hear a bunch of like clapping and cheering.
Imagine like a little
Hey, the
baby.
keepers! The keepers are back! Hey! Hurrah! For the glory of Southbrook! To the keepers! They start just shouting out all sorts of things and chants.
Like, oh,
Keepers, good to see you. Glad to know you're alive.
good to see you as well, Captain.
I'm sure Daenerys had informed you of Haverdash,
Yeah. Did you get our message then?
No,
Oh. Moldrak Jr.?
you don't hear anything.
Aww.
I guess I'll give you this card back.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Alright,
sad.
well,
When you, we saw your owl coming in.
yeah.
Haverdash had pulled his pistol and shot it. It fell over there on the deck.
Oh!
Bless up.
Pull the, I go pick the statue up.
Yeah, you find it.
Nice.
We were trying to find a body, but we couldn't.
That's okay. He'll be back in like a week or two. Alright, but yes, we found out that Haverdash was Nightshade's son.
He did have quite a rant of saying that he was going to take over the ship for the Serpent and
Mm-hmm.
that you were all going towards your doom and your end, and
It was close, Captain, to be
there
honest.
were even a couple of crew members that started a bit of a mutiny. I wasn't even too worried about what was going on over there as we were on our own ship. If none of that happened, everything would have went real smooth, but we dealt with all of the rats on the ship, at least. We're well enough for now. I say we start making our leave back to South.
Yeah. Sooner the better.
Your brother is waiting for you. I let him in my quarters. He's got some food and water. He's resting.
Like a big sigh of relief. And he'll start making his way over there.
Captain.
I use one of my stilts. I turn around and look. Oh, fucking shit.
No, as you're walking around, say, Captain, do you think you could find your way back here if you needed to?
To this island here? Shit. What reason would I do that for?
A lot of fucking gold.
The vault inside, we could only get so much, but there was a massive store of iron and gold and resources that could be useful in the coming fight.
As enticing as it is, we saw from afar what those creatures can do, and I'd say it may not be worth the risk, even to travel out here for it, for us at least.
Okay. Yeah, maybe we can try the sky.
Were you able to get anything?
Nothing.
Just some gems.
Well, Keep them for yourselves, you've earned them. Anything you grab. It may not seem like it, or feel like it immediately from everything we've lost. At this point, he gestures out to the rest of the crew and other ships. But the great thing happened here today, not just for Southbrook, but all of Zaxria. Consider yourselves a part of history. Be proud. You fought side by side some of the greatest heroes Zaxria has ever seen.
Actual.
And we were successful. Now, we go home to our families to prepare. Enjoy what time we have until the coming war. Well done. Everyone at that point you see just goes into like a complete state of just relax, but also everyone also knows that the trek back is not going to be super easy, but nonetheless a huge sigh of relief amongst the fleet. You pull one of the stilts out and use it like a crutch. Yeah.
That's fair.
You start making your way over towards the captain quarters. It is a long trek.
I'm
Especially
gonna
the
and
time
carry
of
you
week.
like all the way to the door, and then leave you outside the door.
Okay with it?
He did that entire speech, and I'm only halfway there. I'm just fucking
Yeah.
take a seat, breather.
Falls over.
That's not what I wanted. This fucking had the sound on here. Rain starts to fall on the deck. You can hear it on the outside of the ship. You make your way over to the door and open it up.
I have some decency, okay?
The door, as you knock, gets thrown open, and you can see standing there, Sandon. He jumps over towards you and squeezes super tight. Sorry.
It's okay. And it's gonna start
Are
crying.
you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. I'm so sorry it took me so long.
He grabs the back of your head and kind of puts it on his forehead, like forehead to forehead. It's all right. I knew you were coming.
I can't believe I made you go through all that for so long. I'm giving him a big hug with my one arm.
He like reaches and avoids your shoulder and squeezes as he's like kind of next to your head and next to your ear. I'm really proud of you, Ander.
I'm glad you're finally safe.
I am. I won't lie to you, it was hard. I know we both tried to get away, but seeing you again is the only thing that really kept me alive in there.
I'm so sorry I left.
You didn't leave.
I should have
Got
came
out.
back faster. I should have.
You couldn't. Just don't beat yourself up. I'm here now. Everything's fine.
I got him though. I made sure.
For Mom and Dad. Everyone.
For you, I put my hand on his shoulder.
You're gonna have to tell me all about everything that's happened.
There's so much. We've done so much. They tell you my title?
I only heard Captain. I didn't hear anything beyond that.
Captain Interwebfoot, and recently on the way here, I killed a Kraken.
No, you
I'm Kraken Slayer now.
Kraken Slayer.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've done so much.
I'm just Sandon. Sandon Wetfoot. Brother of Captain Adrian Wetfoot Crackenson.
Hey, you're the only reason I've done all this.
I tried for a really long time to kind of sabotage everything I was making for him, but he caught on. I'm sure you saw all of the pistols and stuff that they had.
Mm-hmm.
I made him believe that that's the best I could do. The golden revolver that he had, I told him I got lucky and things just fell into place, but I got a lot of things I can do. A lot of good.
I know, I believe it. Sandon Wetfoot, the great inventor.
Yeah. Something like that. But what now?
I think we're traveling back to Southbrook now.
Okay.
I think I might need to rest a little bit before I tell you about all my great adventures.
Yeah, of course. Captain Fletcher said that if we wanted to, we could bunk up in here. Just like when we were kids, if we wanted to.
Sounds great.
Okay. So do you live in Southbrook?
No, we have a little, like, house right outside the keep.
Do you have a family? Like a kid or something?
Oh, they didn't, I'm a keeper now.
Yeah, no.
And
I live with the keepers.
that's my family.
Oh, all right. I'd like to meet them, all of them. I know I briefly did, but
They definitely all want to meet you. I've told them so much.
yeah.
I don't know if you remember Azrael. I know you met him. You met him a while ago, I'm pretty sure.
Sounds familiar, at least.
I think he might want to rack your brain about a couple things.
Yeah, of course. A lot's happened today, so we'll just regroup and go from there.
Alright, I'm gonna go lay down.
He like reaches over and kind of feels your good shoulder, and then kind of just like puts his hand on the side of your face with a little tap. Just making sure I wasn't dreaming.
I know this is crazy. I'm so glad you're safe now. I'll give him another big hug again.
He gives you one too. Both
And
of
then-
you, misty-eyed and red, make your way over to the bed there, and then he just kind of walks over and is like, "You want some water or anything?"
I think I just need to sleep.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Yeah. He just like goes over to the edge of the bed where you're sleeping and like leans against it and kind of puts his head back.
I'll fall asleep.
All right. You guys on the outside of the ship, the crew amongst all of the fleet, start getting the ship all prepped and good to go. It doesn't take too long before they start heading south towards the exit. It seems that they're just, trying to get to the fastest point, the quickest line out of here, if you would. Instead of trying to just find the obelisk there, just straight shot in one direction, at least south, you know that you're going to get out of here. And amongst the help of everyone between you guys and them helping navigate, it's not really an issue. But if there's anything anybody wanted to do right now before we end the session, before next week, anything that seemed immediate that you don't want to forget to do or within this day you wanted to do?
Yeah, it's not
That's-
super important, but I would have just, after the captain's speech, just gone to everybody on the ship and just given them like a warrior's thank you, and you did great.
Yeah, Zarbrax kind of sees that and follows suit, and then you see most of the rest of the keepers doing the same, just kind of following behind you.
That's it.
Okay. With that, Nightshade killed, Sandon saved.
Nice.
On to the next chapter of what will be next. A close fight. Many of you went down, and you guys were able to pull through and also retrieve the handle of Storm's Rage, so hopefully we can get Zarbrax back here soon and further that little plot. But thank you for watching, and if you were, make sure you're following so you get put in the giveaway once we hit 100 followers, and then if you're subscribing, once we hit that point too, you also get a chance at a custom mini from Hero Forge. Check out the YouTube as well, podcasts and then VODs all the way up till episode 74 or so are on there. Thank you. See you next week.
Peace.